have sound? Do we have speed?
We have accuracy as well.
Action.
All right.
Welcome back to the Graybeard Podcast. I'm Jim, of course, as always. I don't have any glasses on, so I can't see anything or whatever. It doesn't matter as long as I can talk to you and hear you. This evening we have, I always think about these intros, and I'm like, how am I going to introduce these people that come on the show? And I always want to think of a way to do it with flair, but it never works out. But I was thinking today, I'm just like, this guy is someone that I look up to. Let's see, what? And oh, by the way, before I get going on the intro, if you hear noises in the background, that is construction going on right on the other side of that wall. So disclaimer, you may hear some shit in the background. But with us today is probably one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my entire life. Like, I don't know. We're going to find out a little bit about that. But, like, I don't think that there's sleep maybe a couple of hours. I don't know, but like downtime, he uses it to work. So we're going to find out a little bit more about Mr. Git Tran, otherwise known as @iGit on Instagram. That's his handle there. Give him there he is. There he is. You've been on the show before, so you're like it's nothing new. Dude, don't give me he just drove like 6 hours from Georgia. He's giving me that like, bitch, do something. But
no, man.
No, I
just had to fucking deal with Atlanta traffic.
Yeah, I bet. It wasn't bad, was it?
No, I left around like 1 o'clock, so it wasn't too bad. Okay. And I have like Georgia Pass too, so I just jump on the expressway. Nice.
Do you have that here?
So yeah, the Sun Pass works with.
It works in both.
It says Peach Pass and Sun Pass.
Oh, well, all right. Mm-hmm. See, I'm too cheap. I don't care how bad traffic is. I'll sit in that shit. But
I can't do that.
No,
you're
a man on the move.
Time is money.
You got too much. Yeah, I know, right? Let's not waste any of it.
Hey, Jim, can you do me a favor? Can you focus him real quick? He's a little out, little far back.
Every time.
It's because when I sat there, I was sitting up. We're good.
Is he good? Oh, it's his hat. I'm gonna lock him in. Lock it in.
Little more, or if you could just come up a bit,
like that.
Yeah, right there. It's better.
Oh, it's just your hat. That's all.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's locked.
And then you stay there, Jim, because I got to move you over a bit.
Locked and loaded.
Or Jim, if you could move to your left a bit, please. There we go. Thank you.
How's that? Is that better?
That's better. Sorry, I want to step in.
Are all of you happy now?
Yes.
I'm like a trained monkey.
Hold on, you hear everybody?
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for the confirmation.
Just said let's not waste his time. No. What were you doing in Georgia, if you don't mind me asking?
Client work?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of curious things. Like, I don't know exactly, like you post shit that's real cryptic sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck funny. Is that? You know, but it's like, I'm like, I see dollar signs, I see zeros, I see, like cool texts back and forth. Like I'm assuming it's a client. So you're gaining business for these clients. So you're basically like, it's not like brand management, is it? You're basically like setting up. I mean, I read like SEO and getting their businesses out there.
Depends on what client it is. So like different clients that we have right now, they require different things. And so like a lot of what we do now is social media marketing, SEO, lead generation. But some of the clients lately have been more lead gen. So like our job is to get them more clients, make them more money essentially.
Right. Yeah, that is the age-old question for me. It's not something I'm very good at all. So is that where you spend the majority of your time doing here lately, is like working on client promotions and all those types of things?
I think right now, lately I've been shifting towards more on the operation side, on the back end. So
are you going to tell them to pull up to the mic?
Yeah, speaking to the mic. Yeah.
So lately I've been just working on the actual company itself and stuff, doing so much client work because I need to scale the business. So we're working on like 2024. We're trying to 2-3x what we're doing right now. So we're getting everything. We just finished our website like 2 days ago, and so we're ready to run ads on that. So
That's cool. Which website though?
weekthink.com.
Oh, we think. So, how many business ventures would you say you have currently running at one time? Just, I mean, you don't even know, do you? You lost count?
Well, no, I mean, my main one is obviously like Weekthink and Collab,
Mm-hmm.
but then we also have like side quest missions that we're doing right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, just those two main things, and then like I dibble and dabble in stuff and consultations, consults, and all that.
Yeah.
But the main source of income right now is obviously Weekthink and Collab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll have to check out the WeThink thing. I haven't actually given it any a look-see, but, I've been up in the collab. I've been all up in your business.
And if you're listening, we'll drop a link down below.
Yes, we will. It will definitely be there. So, like, you have been doing a lot of... what would you categorize yourself as, man? Like, that was something I was thinking about today, like, with the introduction that I didn't get to do. Not really like the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it's a curious thing to me. If I was like somebody that wanted to be on the path that you're on, like, what would I brand myself as? What would I guess, put on my resume? What have you, like, what would you call it that you do?
I guess in simpler terms, probably just considered as an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's the most simplest way to do it. I mean, it's...
What does that mean, entrepreneur? That's a
think-
funny word, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a really... It's a weird...
When I think of the word, I think of somebody taking a little bit of something and turning it to a lot of something. You know what I mean? That's just what I think of it. And that's money or assets or something, property, whatever.
I think an entrepreneur to me is somebody who lives by their own rules, and with business also, right? So like,
Right.
it's somebody who just creates their own opportunities, and who thrive from that, and who also makes money from that, who feed themselves from that.
How did you get into this entrepreneurial lifestyle?
So I'll go all the way back. So my first opportunity at entrepreneurship, I was still in college at the time, and have you ever heard of Pure Nightclub?
Pure. No.
Yeah, it's on Phillips Highway in
I'm
Bay
fucking
Meadows.
old, dude. I don't like go
You're
places.
not that old.
I've
Jared.
heard of it.
I don't go to dance club. Even when I was a young fella,
Yeah.
I didn't go to a lot of dance clubs. So
So
there's probably people watching that know where it is.
Yeah, well, a lot of people should know where it's at. It's where Bailey's is right now on Phillips Highway.
Okay.
So I started club promoting around 21, right when I turned 21.
Really?
So I did that for 3 years. That was my first chance at like doing marketing,
Mm-hmm.
just like guerrilla marketing, and that's like Instagram just came out too.
Okay.
So I started doing that, and then from those two guys that put me on to the promoting team, we opened a vape shop called Vape Masters on Beach Boulevard.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that the last time. Yeah.
And then things didn't go too well there.
Mm.
But I stayed, 2.5 to almost 3 years there. And then after that, I went back to corporate. So I became like the marketing guy, like a director or social media manager, director at Safe Touch Security. So I did that for 3 years.
Wearing a suit and tie.
Pretty much,
You wear
yeah.
your slippery shoes.
Yeah. Well, actually, I got away with a lot of stuff there because I guess because I was the social guy that I
okay.
could kind of come in sneakers and I had to tuck my shirt
They
in.
were like, just don't mind him. He's a quirky guy. He's a social media guy.
Yeah. So at that time, like, Safe Touch never had a social media team before, and so like for me to come in there was brand new for them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I got away with a lot of stuff, like just like wearing clothes was.
Yeah. So you just brought your own style to that gig.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do,
Yeah.
and they never said anything about
I'm
it.
sure they liked it. I mean, if you're doing work back then, like you're doing, I mean, it's not like it is now. Cause I don't think it may be, I don't know. I didn't see any of it, but I can tell you, not without kissing your ass, I'm just telling you the work you're doing now is fucking outstanding.
Thank you.
Yeah. All the what is the donut shop? We'll give them a shout out.
Berry boba.
Berry Boba.
Yeah.
So they do donuts and boba.
Correct.
Dude.
Mochi donuts.
Oh Jesus! My girls will. If they went in there, they'd never leave that place, and
You
we'd have a
can lie, dude.
refrigerator full of boba and mochi berry donuts or whatever they're
Well,
called.
let me know next time you come by. I'll take care of you.
Don't take care of me. Don't do that, because I don't want a fridge full of that shit.
Well, you get like 6 or 12 in they don't last very long either. So
Yeah.
like 3 hours span
Yeah.
is like tops for quality wise, and
Yeah.
after that, you probably got to throw them away.
That's interesting. So it's mochi donuts.
Mm-hmm.
How did they come up with ADD? Sorry,
No,
I'm
you're
just
fine.
bouncing all over. We'll get back to you in a minute, but I'm just curious. Like, how the hell did they come up with that? Is it like a delicacy in other places?
No,
or-
it's like a concept behind like the texture and the way like it bites with the donut, and so like there's not mochi involved in a sense, but like the way you like eat the donut, the way you like the contrast of the bite,
okay.
it feels like mochi, right?
It feels like it.
Yeah, it's different. It's chewy. It's not like your Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts.
No, they
donut.
look really good.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I mean, like you were like had them on a little stick and spinning them around. I was
Yeah,
like mouth watering. Yeah, because I will polish off a box of Krispy Kremes.
yeah.
you
Those
know.
are good too.
I'm just saying, I got some room. After this winter, towards the end, I'm gonna have to get my beach body back on.
I'll help you, bro.
It's not
We'll
gonna
get it
happen.
together.
It ain't gonna happen.
No.
Look at that walrus
Fuck you.
out there on that beach.
Listen, turn your mic off. Shut up. He didn't have a mic the last time when we were at CoLab.
Yeah, he has one now. I like that, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
we like kind of integrating him, but and pretty soon, man, we'll kind of, once you get through your story, if you think of things that you didn't get to say on the last one, and if you guys didn't see the last one with Jet and John and Ray, go back and watch it now.
Banging ass episode.
But the thumbnail is an aerial shot of the collab where we were at.
Yeah,
It's pretty
well.
fucking cool. Jet took that, by the way.
Yeah.
No, all the stuff you're doing right now is really hot, man. But I again, like, you're someone that I look up to.
Thank you, man. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, and the guys and girls and everybody that goes to collab, like, they don't even realize. I don't think, like, as far as like role models go, you're in there, and they need to really focus and watch what you're doing if they want to succeed, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not, like I said, I'm not just buttering your bread here. I truly believe that, and I definitely want to give props where they're due, because if anybody looks up to me, geez, don't find another role model. I'm not the one.
No, I think you're good, Jim.
I'm all right. Yeah. But so you worked at. We're gonna go back. We're doubling back. It's like a movie. You start at the end and then whatever.
No, you're good.
So we go. You went to. You said Safe Touch.
Yep.
And then from there.
I quit my job at Safe Touch because I just didn't like the corporate world anymore.
The vibe.
The 9 to 5, Monday through Friday wasn't for me anymore. So
Killing
like,
your soul.
and I wanted to move to Atlanta. So that was always been like my to-do list, like my goal list. So I applied for like probably like a whole year while I was still at Safe Touch to, trying to transition over to Atlanta doing marketing. I had like probably 10 interviews, like 5 in person. I got to like the final stage, didn't get hired. And so I just took like a gamble and I found a job at T-Mobile selling cell phones.
Okay.
And then I got the job. So like, our first day of training was cool. And then I realized that like the numbers involved in sales, like, it's not much money.
Oh shit.
But
Did they give you like a percentage of your sales or something?
yeah, I forgot what it was, but it was not good. It was like not sustainable. But
Definitely not incentivizing, probably.
I got one of those right now.
And then what had happened was I got a call from a friend now and also a client, Dr. Narducci. He said, "Hey, can you manage 13 of my dental offices?"
Oh.
So
That's where the dental stuff comes from.
yeah, so that was like my first
Wow.
break. And I called my manager at the time at T-Mobile. Actually, I texted him. I was like, "Hey, man, sorry, I'm not
coming back.
I'm not coming back."
I've always wanted to do that. How did that feel? Feel good?
It didn't feel good initially because I just knew that like he like was really glad I was on his team.
Uh-huh.
But then like later on, yeah, but like I didn't feel good about doing it at the time.
Really?
Yeah, because he was just another guy too. He wasn't like corporate or anything, right?
Yeah.
He's just another manager in the
How
store.
old were you at this time?
I was 26, 27.
Okay.
Yeah, 26, 27, around that
Okay.
age. And then after that, I got a role called it was like a social media coordinator or account manager at Lovebug Marketing.
Okay.
So that
what do they do?
They are pretty much what I do now,
Okay.
but they were all over the place on the East Coast. And our client at that time was Hurt 911, and they were like a big insurance company, like injury attorney in Atlanta, and they're still pretty big now. They're all over the billboards.
And they're out based on the West Coast, you said?
They're in the East Coast.
Okay, East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So Love Bug Marketing, and you, I imagine, how long did you stay with them?
I stayed all the way till they closed down. Yeah, they literally just shut down.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, all right, well, I have these offices now. I just got to name my company a certain thing. So it's like,
so you had set up your own offices or they set them up for you?
So Love Bug Marketing was all remote. So I would just go to the client and take photos and plan out their social media calendar for like months ahead for them, or go to their special events, and just take content for that and post it, and then get verified like through all the account managers, make sure this was like good to go prior to posting and scheduling.
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
So I have a question. Did basically you just like take your clientele and absorb it for yourself?
No, so those clients, they were all on NDAs, and so I couldn't even talk to them after we closed down.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I finally was able to talk to one of them like 2.5 years ago, but before that, it was all NDA. I could not take them.
So
I couldn't even talk to them.
Once they closed down, it was done. Done. Closed up shop with them.
Scratch.
Yep. It was gone. Like, we had no preparation for that at all. Like they let me know like a week ahead. It's like, hey, we're shutting down.
Thanks for the week notice.
Yeah, really. Well, at least they gave you a week. Most employers will just shit can you, but if you quit without a 2 weeks notice, it's a fucking, catastrophe.
Yeah.
Well, you can't put us on your resume. Well, I wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want your reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would that is a job that I would like, as far as jobs. I think I would love to do that. But I mean, to have a job where you're just doing marketing for a company, for having all these clients, they bring you the clients and you just do the work. That would be dope. I got approached by the place I'm working now,
doing marketing for them
in a roundabout way. I was approached by someone that doesn't have the pull to make it happen.
Oh.
But I was, they know what I do.
Yeah.
And they've seen my work and stuff, and they're like,
well, you could start with content production and then just get your way into that.
Well, I just said, no thanks.
No?
Yeah, I don't really want, I would, it's not, I don't want to do it for corporate. You know what I mean? Like when you're on the payroll. Now, if they are paying me as a separate entity, that's different. That's my business, and they're paying me to do a job, do a job for them. So is that basically how you kind of moved on after they shut down? You just kind of like, or did you already start? I
took all their SOPs. Please don't sue me, Lovebug. But I took all their SOPs. So all their
Explain
procedures.
SOP
so standard operating procedure.
Okay, that's for those people.
Oh,
that's for the lamers.
Yeah, and it's a common military term.
I know.
Yeah,
it's a common term in business.
So I took all their SOPs and I pretty much all of their programs they were using and like their funnels and all that, and then just incorporated into my own. And so that's how I started WeakThink. But at the time, it wasn't WeakThink yet. It was just like Launch JIT LLC.
Okay, Launch JIT LLC. No, I like WeakThink better. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind hearing it with your name in it. I tried that for myself. It was a horrible failure. Crash and burn. But I like WeakThink.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's catchy. It rolls off the tongue, and it's not something that people will forget. And it's on the nose. It's poignant. Like it says what you do because you be thinking. I can't tell you a time that I've ever walked into that place or seen you and you're just like, I don't take offense or anything, and if anybody does, they need to like check themselves, but like you're busy like all the time. You're always doing this.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey man, and you're like, hey.
Yeah, sometimes and it's my fault too. Like I need to kind of socialize more. But it's like I get stuck
only
in
if you want to.
Yeah, I get stuck in, and I try my best. Like sometimes I'll like glance at somebody, and I'll like in my head I'm like trying to say hi, but like it doesn't come out. So it's like
when you look over at me, that's your hi.
Yeah, it's just I need to be more social.
I think that a lot of the people, the people that go to Collab, especially during those events, I think they understand.
Yeah.
I would hope that they understand that JIT is very busy.
Yeah.
And that when he does acknowledge me or lock eyes with me, it's his hi. That's him being social. I don't think anybody takes offense to it. I honestly feel like bad if I don't want to interrupt, so it's just I make shit awkward.
Oh, dude, I'm like super awkward. I'm very awkward.
I swear, the last time I was there, at the last event, which was awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got some good shots. But yeah, every person that came and talked to me, it was funny because there were some people that saw which makes me happy. They saw my little, my little reel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the story. That's how old I am. My brain.
No.
But yeah, they saw it and they were like, "Oh, hey, Jim," and they shook my hand, and then I made everything just awkward with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could probably out awkward you.
Dude,
I've got years on you.
Well, collab's a good place to be awkward at, though.
I think so.
Yeah.
You're among friends. I mean,
Yeah.
you're among other awkwards.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Most
all.
creatives are awkward.
Most,
Yeah.
most of them. Yes, I agree. They're either full of energy and like super outgoing or like super introverted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say you're more introverted than extroverted?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same here.
For sure.
Same here.
I would much prefer to come in here and turn all the lights off and just work.
Yeah.
Same. That's it.
I think that speaks a lot for you, though. Like you just said, you say hi to people in your head, but it's probably because you spend most of your day with internal dialogue trying to bounce these ideas off of each other.
I talk to myself all the time, and that's probably sound crazy as fuck, but
No,
I talk to myself a lot.
You literally just named your company We Think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think a
I just
lot.
thought about that. You just
Yeah.
he's like third person to his
his world.
himself.
30,000 foot view.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not Git thinks. You
Yeah.
know, then it would be weird if you're talking about yourself in third person.
No.
Jim doesn't do that.
It's going to be great. Trump's going to come back. Sorry, had to throw that in there.
I figured you'd take it political at some point.
Yeah, you said third person, and that was the first person that came to mind.
He does do that.
He does it a lot.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Jit, you have been super busy since the last time we talked on a podcast. I mean, but tell me some of the stuff that you're into right now, man. As far, whether it's work or whether it's just probably work.
Yeah.
Do you do anything in your personal time? Do you take downtime at all?
My personal time is probably creating more content for myself,
Yeah.
but in return, funneling that towards my company again.
Yeah.
So everything's a funnel back
Yeah.
into
It's like
what. Yeah, but I enjoy what I do, so it's not really work.
right.
It's I don't think I've ever had a full day off for like years now where I'm not. A full day off is like I'm not responding to an email or a text. I'm just shutting everything down.
Right.
The only time this happens probably lately was like on that plane ride over to Asia where I didn't have any signal. But besides that, I haven't taken a break in like 2 years.
How did that go? Were you freaking out?
Yeah, because when you land, you get hit with like
A
everything.
barrage.
Yeah, because I was on a flight for like 34 hours. So you don't see anything, you don't hear anything. And by the time you land, you're like, fuck. So you're like doing damage control, and you're like, there's so many different clients
Where
texting.
are you?
Exactly. So like,
I told you all that I would be on a plane.
yeah.
I don't know, man. That is the one thing, and I know that like this is delusional, and you could probably speak to this, but like owning a business, you don't have days off. But
No, you don't.
Yeah,
it just
but
comes with it.
that's probably one of the major reasons as why I've never like really pushed
Yeah.
myself to break away from the 9-to-5 job and just go full time, either photography or anything I do. I've tried a few times, but it's just like, it's like there's too. I don't want to be that accessible. I want to be able to just turn everything off and just enjoy my peace for a minute.
Well, I think like a lot of entrepreneurs are able to have their days off. Once you get to a certain level, once you feel like you don't need to like be continually working all the time. But I think in my head, like, and personally me and our group of people that we work with and like our circle is like, we're conquerors, man. Like, Rome could have stopped at one point, but it kept expanding, right? And that's like I'm in right now. I'll probably stop. I'll never
until
stop.
they all died.
Yeah, I'll probably keep working till I die. Like, there's no like, it's ongoing.
Yeah. Well, what you just said, that you get to that you can take days off when you get to a certain point.
Correct.
But by that point, you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to fucking take a day off.
We're addicted to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely tell.
Yeah.
Beneath all the, like Ray, his facade, he's like,
He's a hippie, dude.
he's a fucking stoic hippie.
Yeah, he's a hippie.
Like, he's like this GQ debonair kind of like dude.
He really is.
And he's always just like, It feels like he's posing all the. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Ray. But I can definitely tell the gears are always spinning.
Yeah.
In all three of y'all's heads. Like, I mean, I don't know. I would say that I don't know how that feels, but then that would be a lie. My brain never stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good though, man.
Yeah, it's good, but like, I guess then that leads me to like, how do you find enough time
To like
to do everything that you want to do?
Can I show you what my?
Oh yeah, he's going to show us.
Hey.
So
give us the secrets of the trade.
So this is a secret, right? These are all my notes. Can you?
Wow.
Yeah, I see it.
So
Wow.
So I have notes down for like
Yeah.
prioritizing, and then I set up notes on my computer too. That's like the first. That's my screensaver. Pretty much is my notes. So I prioritize throughout the day, like first, second, third.
Yeah.
And what needs to be done. And we also have Trello cards that we use, and Trello is like a software we use as a company.
Okay.
And we prioritize what card needs to be like hit on first. If it's red, if it's yellow, if it's green. Green means good, yellow means moderate, and red means hey, this needs attention now. Yeah.
So the program does it for you?
No,
Or
we do it ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you prioritize it with those colors.
Mm-hmm. But outside of weekend stuff, for like just collab and like relationships and like partnerships, well, I prioritize that kind of in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It is a scary thing to get out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever felt like the fear?
Yeah. When I moved, it was my first time leaving by myself, and I didn't have a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't have my own apartment. I slept on my friend Ashton's couch for 6 months. Like literally just
Ashton?
Yeah, his name's Ashton.
Shout out, Ashton.
Shout out, Ashton. Thanks for the couch, bro. I'll never forget that. But
Yeah.
I stayed on his couch for 6 months trying to figure it out. And then I finally got my break and I got my own apartment. But like, I just had to do it. I put myself in this difficult situation just so I can try to thrive.
Yeah.
But, I had it good in Florida. I had a corporate job, had my own desk, had a name tag. Like, people had to knock on my door to come in and talk to me. So, but that was just too comfortable for me. And I just like didn't like that. Right. So, yeah, I was willing to throw all that away.
Yeah.
To go sleep on a couch in Atlanta.
Did you feel like you were like kind of losing yourself doing that job?
Yeah, I felt like I was losing.
Or just wasting time?
I was losing myself, and I know like the average human lives, like they live like to 80 years old.
If you're
And-
lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky, right? So
I'll
like,
let you know in a couple of years.
mm-hmm.
You will not pass.
I just felt like I was kind of just melting away,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was creating a dream for somebody else and not myself.
Right.
Lester Jackson's the CEO of Safe Touch. Still is.
Yeah.
But I felt like he's a great guy, and I love him to death. He's really cool, but like at the end of the day, I got to make my own legacy, right? So like,
Yeah.
I couldn't make his anymore.
Did you work closely with him?
No, I work with Chris Beal. That's pretty much Lester's like operation director. He controlled
Okay.
everything, but I worked underneath Chris Beal, and Chris Beal was like great leader, like one of the best managers and like leaders I've ever had in the workforce field. But no, the thing what's cool about Lester, and I really appreciate this, is he has over like 500 employees,
Right.
but he knows each person by name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's fucking
That's
crazy.
tough.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure he knows every single person, but he like every time he walks by, he's like, "Hey, Jit, how's it going?"
Yeah. Did it help that you were wearing a name tag?
No, I didn't. I stopped wearing my name tag actually. I just had it on my belt so no one could really see it.
I got you. No, I'm sure he knew your name.
Yeah, and another thing great about Lester Jackson too is he actually goes to work every day.
Really?
He doesn't have to,
Right.
but goes to work every day. Shows up every single day. And I take little pieces of that when you just see it, you hear it, and then you're like, oh damn, like he doesn't need to go to work. He's like a multimillionaire.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of guys right now like yourself that make me feel like I am lazy.
It's it's all relative to what you like enjoy in life and what you're trying to do in life. So
Yeah.
like, no, it's not lazy.
Well, I always feel like I always feel like there's more to be done, and I always feel like I can do more. I can do more, but then it's like, well, fuck, the time is gone. Where did the time go?
Yeah.
And that's the part, that full-time job.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that a lot of people out there right now, especially right now, they were thinking about. I know that there's a lot of photographers probably watch this, and it's one of those things I tell photographers: don't just, you don't need to just quit your day job. It's fucking tough as a photographer out there. I know some that were doing it full time and being okay with it, and then out of nowhere, it just kind of dropped like a fucking rock, and they had to get a second job.
Yeah, it's hard being a full-time photographer.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's where you kind of supplement being a photographer with,
content production involves so much in like just content production, right? So it's like video, photos. You supplement that into the marketing agency, and now you have like another branch of it.
Right.
So yeah.
So how do you find these leads for the clients that you have?
I've spent $0 on marketing. It's been all referrals. So we've never paid $1 for marketing yet.
Okay.
Which we're going to start doing next year. But like for the last 4 years,
I'll never see you again.
No.
He's gonna blow the fuck up.
No.
They're moving to the West Coast.
We're going to Atlanta, baby.
Yeah. No, they've all been referrals. No outbound marketing.
Wow.
So like word of mouth?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, man. I mean, and you think that how did that get spun off, man? I mean,
like the word of mouth?
Yeah, like how did that spin up? I mean, like how did you figure out how to get that going? Is it mainly from the collab or?
No, I mean, this is all before collab even happened. Yeah, collab's been open less than in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think what drives referrals is like doing the best work, and not everybody needs to be doing this, but I over provide value. Like I literally go to the end of the earth for my clients. Like I will take a bullet for them.
Yeah.
And they know that, and they're like, the stuff that I do for them, like they don't pay me. A lot of times, like the clients will not pay me for content production, but I'm like, hey, like you kind of need new video for this, or you need a new Facebook banner, new website banner, and obviously I don't want you to use stock photos, so I will like drive to the client and just take photos for them, and then just go back. Yeah. But it's not part of the job. It's not part of like the proposal or like the client package. But I'll do that for them.
Right.
It's because I care about their business.
Yeah.
And so like I think because they know that I care about their business, and I treat it as like my own. I think I get a lot of referrals from that.
That's an interesting thing because I've tried to follow that model, like. But you're talking about pre-existing clients and work that you've already done, and you just want to update your work because you hate seeing that old shit up there. You're like, I got to get that off of there. That's some old shit. It's got my name attached to it. I need to get some hot shit up there, some fresh things up there. Yeah. Stop saying shit.
No, you're fine.
It's not shit. It's fucking art.
It's art.
But yeah, so and that is a tough thing for some people, because it feels almost like you're working for free. But
getting out of that mindset.
What I've been thinking about a lot lately is not so much that I'm not thinking about the free work. It's about like what you're doing, building relationships, building portfolios, building God, am I going to say it? I said it last week. I think building a brand is a bullshit thing. I don't like that saying. Like, build your brand, man. Like, what you're doing is a brand. So build that. But like as a person, like I don't want to build my brand, like me as a brand. I want to build this as the brand.
Okay.
That's what I want to build, the actual brand, or my photography. That's, that's the brand, but not me. I'm not, I mean, I don't know if that makes sense, but some people say, build your brand. Like, that's so on brand for you, like something that you do. No, that's just who I am. I'm not a fucking brand, but the brand is a damn brand. I don't know. Anyways, it made more sense in my head, but my lips aren't producing the sounds that I'm supposed to make.
No, you did. I get the concept you're coming from.
Yeah. But yes, I have been thinking more about that lately, and I think it's been such a taboo thing with me. But I've been really focused on trying to just have fun and get creative with people, and
you should.
That's really all I've been into right now. But I think I guess what I'm getting at is there's a lot of people that might watch this and they might say, well, I'm not going to do any work for free. I've done I've paid my dues, because every photographer knows.
Yeah.
Or videographer, they do a shit ton of work for free in the first couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to do work for free too when I first picked up my camera.
Yeah.
People would hit me up, dude, and they'd be like, hey, I'll shout you out on my Instagram for like a photo shoot. And I took it. Yeah. Because I needed somebody to shoot.
Right.
But after a while, I was like, all right, this doesn't make sense. But I will still do free content if it opens that door for me.
Right.
Obviously, like the scale of what I'm trying to do now is a little bit bigger than before.
Right.
But I'll do free content all day if it's gonna open the door for potential a $5,000 retainer client, right?
Yeah.
But like that's why I don't brand myself as a photographer or a video guy. That's not what I do. But I'll produce content for you to show you what we're capable of doing, give you a different angle on like what you could approach for marketing. But I don't see it as doing it for free. I'm just seeing it as me compounding my relationship with you.
Yeah.
And doing what nobody else will willing to do.
Right.
So because nobody's willing to do free content for you to show you like this could be what your brand could look like, I'm willing to do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I do it so fast so my ROI at the time is not that bad.
I was going to ask you, have you heard or have you gone back to those clients that you've worked and done free work for and asked them if there was like, did you see an ROI on or, did you see an increase in sales, or did you see any interest in your ads after I did this new content for you?
Yeah. I mean, even like one of my med spa clients, Carrie, we've had a partnership. So me and her, we have this, it's not a partnership in like a traditional partnership. It's kind of like a profit sharing. But I mean, she quit her job as an NP, nurse practitioner, and she became a full-time at her med spa. And she started, she had no clients, and she's doing like probably 35, 45, 50 a month right now.
Nice.
And so that's just like, that's fast.
Yeah.
And she's the sole operator too. So she doesn't pay like any employee. She does everything herself.
Right.
That's one of the,
So you partnered with her and did like some content for her, or do you do all the content?
I do all the content for her.
Okay.
We're doing less content for her now. We're just more focused on her local SEO and just getting her up for like organic search and building like leads for her. But yeah, our partnership started. I've been working with her for 4 years, but our actual like percentage started like 2 years ago. So I have a percent of sales. Right.
So when she cut you in a little bit,
well, just trying to dabble in everything, but like it's because I was willing to provide all that value. She's like, hey, you're willing to sacrifice this much? I'm gonna give you a little cut. So like,
and over the years, you hone your skills, and it gets the content gets better. She gets more clients,
gets faster.
Yeah. That's the, in my old age, I like to take my time.
Yeah. I don't have time for it, man. That's why
I know. I'll be dead before I'm done with all the shit I want to do. It's if I can't edit fast enough in a day to send it as free content, like here's my resume or here's my business card. Right.
So my business card right now, it's not an actual business card. It's me producing a 15-second video for you.
Right.
And I think a lot of photographers.
Did you do that shit before we started?
What?
Did you do that before we started?
Which one?
Make a video.
No.
Oh, see, caught you slipping.
Yeah. No, I haven't done it yet. My brain's been fried all day from driving.
I know. I don't know. That's why we can. At some point, we'll veer off of all the hard questions, and we.
No, I like the hard questions, dude. I'm here for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I don't want to waste your time either.
I've got a hard question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you do every day to keep that engine going? What are some things that you have to do daily that helps you excel?
Lots and lots of crack.
Yeah, a lot of crack cocaine. Initially, it's always the foundation of my motivation has always been like, all right. So going back further, I grew up in Section 8, so like we were really poor growing up. It was just me and my mom. So it was just me and my mom. So like I think what keeps me going is obviously coming from poverty. So like I know what it feels like. Like small details like when I shower at my old we lived in Section 8 housing, so government housing doesn't have the best water systems or apartments.
Yeah.
But you have to let the water run for 5 minutes because there's so much rust in the water. It would come out as yellow. Yeah, dude. So yeah, I think initially that was that, and then another was I've heard some family members directly told me you're never gonna make it unless you get a college degree.
That
was
stings.
Yeah, so the minute I made more than people in my family with college degrees or made more money than all of them with their own businesses, I was in my head, I didn't say it directly to them. I was I told you I could do it. Yeah.
You just wanted to quietly bury their faces in it. Just a little.
Yeah. But my drive now currently is to make sure that I can take care of all my teammates over in Vietnam. So our web developer Fu, his wife doesn't have to clean houses anymore because she works for us now.
So good, man.
Yeah, dude, like stuff like that, man. And I call my teammates because they're not. I don't consider them my employees. I call them my teammates.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I wanted to ask you about that as well. I mean, you guys go overseas a lot.
Yeah.
But that's your business over there, yeah?
Yeah. So like 80% of our workforce on our teams are mostly in Vietnam.
Okay.
And the reason why that too is, if you guys are wondering, is because like when I went over there, I had like for the first time like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, had no idea of like what the scope was. I mean, it's my homeland, but I've never been there before. I was born here. Seeing like there's so much talent over there, but these people do not have a chance. They don't, like, the average Vietnamese makes $400 a month or $300 a month. It's not sustainable. Like, you literally can't, you're struggling to get by.
Right.
And when I saw that, and I was like, hey, like, I think you could probably fill in a role with us, like, our company. How about I give you like double what you make now, come work for us. You can like do it full time. And so, yeah, that's why don't stop churning, because I have to make sure that they don't run out of clients. We don't have we have enough, like, we can keep growing the company too. Yeah. So initially it was like to make sure that they're okay and make sure their family are in a sense okay. But now it's like, okay, how do I help more people out in Vietnam, give them like more opportunities and more jobs? And these are all qualified people. They have college degrees. Some of them have like 2 degrees. Yeah. Lynn, our project manager, is working for a Singaporean like government entity right now, going back and forth with that too. So it's like, it's a bunch of stuff going on. They're all talented people. They just need opportunity.
Wow. Damn, man, that's good on you, man. Like, how did you set that all up, though? I mean, was it just on a whim? I mean, did you just you went back to visit and you're like, you know what, I need to do this? And
well, so when I first went over there, we already had Lynn and Fulling working for us, and one's a project manager and one's a copywriter. But I never met them before in person. But like when I flew out to Vietnam, went to Ho Chi Minh, went to Hanoi to meet Lynn, and that's when, like, you know, they're just doing like little work for us, and I was like, wow, like, kind of opened my eye to like, hey, you guys should probably work full time for us instead of doing part time work. But the reason also is because I'm bilingual, so I can speak both languages. Right. And I mean, don't get it wrong. It's like, you know, obviously, when you have Vietnamese employees, your cost of labor is a lot cheaper than American, like the dollar, right? So like,
yeah, but to them, it's priceless.
So like, it's a double win for me. I keep my margins high. I can charge the client lower. I provide jobs in Vietnam, so why not, right? So like, I'm very competitive with pricing when it comes to client work.
Philanthropy.
No, it's not that.
But not only that, it's higher paying jobs in Vietnam.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
Well, if you make $30,000 a year, you're in the top 1% of the world.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a flex in Vietnam to say you work for an American company too.
Wow.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a flex.
Well, a lot of people here have no clue what it's like.
No, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad over there.
Like even to hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
You know, but to try and live on those wages and feed a family or you know, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different ethic.
Yeah, it is. It's a crazy eye opener for me. And like, you know, coming from Section 8, I thought I had it bad. It's way even worse over there, man. Yeah. You don't have like government help. Yeah. You know, you don't have like shelters. Like, you don't have like fast food restaurants you can work at. You don't have anything. You just got to make opportunities for yourself. So it's like, yeah.
Is there a lot of like living off the land there?
Out in the country field, like countryside, yeah. Like my auntie, I think like 10 years ago, she didn't even have like running water, so you had to go like out to a well and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. She didn't have like AC. I don't think she has AC now, but like 10 years ago, like my family went and built her a house on her land.
She's like 40 or 50 years behind.
Yeah. It's just like it's poverty over there. Wow. It's like legit poverty, and yeah.
Man, but for you to go over there and provide that speaks volumes. Yeah. Again, that's awesome.
I mean, it's not like I'm giving away free money. I'm still like, they still have to work.
They're still working.
Right?
No,
but for me to just be able to do that, it makes me feel good.
Well, and I imagine having employees that you've doubled their salary, you've created a way of life now that they aren't used to having. Yeah. And they're being able to afford things that they've never been able to afford and live in a lifestyle and, you know, provide for their families in a way they'd never been able to do before. Yeah. I'm going to follow you into hell.
Yeah, they'll go to battle for me.
Yeah.
Well, just think, like, you just gave that wife the opportunity. Maybe they want to have more kids now, and they have the opportunity to.
Right.
You know, like,
exactly.
that's a beautiful thing.
Yep,
like it's a butterfly effect. You know what I mean? So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's That's really fucking cool, man. I honestly didn't. I didn't know what that was. Like I saw your videos while you were over there.
I don't ever talk about it.
No, but you
It's like-
post it.
Yeah.
You know, you posted like some videos
Oh.
in the office, like the conference room with everybody, and everybody looked so happy. And I was like, wow, the dude's doing business over there. I was like, shit, Mr. Big Time.
I don't think I've ever talked about like openly. I mean, Ray knows and like the partners know like why, but like now like I've never openly discussed. Hey, why do you have employees in Vietnam?
Right,
so,
right,
like this is like the first time I talked
Really?
about it. Yeah.
Well, all right, I got the scoop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's probably not so much now, but like the last time when we talked at Collab, you know, it was funny because I think it was Ray that pointed it out that he's like, you're kind of a private dude.
Oh.
You know, well, talking about me.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and I just thought about it. I'm like, shit, you know, and that changed my whole kind of demeanor on this show.
Yeah, you are pretty private. You're reserved.
I try to be, but like I've kind of let go a little bit. You know, like I used to watch my language. But I cuss like a fucking sailor. I can't help it. You know,
that's just who you are. It's your personality.
I've been doing it since I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I learned the word fuck and it became my favorite thing. But yeah, so opening up, I know it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Opening up about things, but you know, sometimes it can be therapeutic.
Yeah,
Sometimes it can be good, but no, man, that's really fucking cool. And to all those people over there, is it We Think over there too?
We Think, yeah.
And that's WEEK.
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 THINK.
THINK. We
Yep.
Think.
So
Okay.
everybody over at We Think, in Vietnam, right?
Yep.
What's up?
Heck yeah.
Shout fucking
What's
out.
up, guys?
Good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You're
So-
creating opportunity on the
Yeah.
other side of the world. That's
Yeah.
just so cool.
And
Yeah.
what's
And-
crazy too is their average age on the team in Vietnam, they're all like 23, 24.
Really?
They're super young.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
imagine where they're gonna follow your lead,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna create jobs. They're gonna create.
Exactly.
So that's
Yep.
great.
Mhm.
You're like he said, the butterfly effect. You're spawning this new way of life, and you don't even realize the empire you may have just built. You know,
Yeah.
in 20, 30, 40 years, who knows? There
Yeah.
might be a little statue of you up there.
Oh, I know, man. It's
I mean, people do. I mean,
Yeah.
or maybe not that, but you know, definitely some sort of memorial. Because I mean, if you changed, even started people on that path
yeah.
of changing their lives,
Mhm.
you know, they're going to go out and change someone else's. It's just going to keep domino affecting. So.
Remember, we talked about it in the last podcast, and I was like, "That's how you chase like immortality. That's how you chase immortality."
Okay,
It's
so
like,
you do want the statue,
no, not the statue. No, I don't want the statue.
just a bust, just a bust.
That's the closest thing to immortality is you're passing on this knowledge
Yeah.
and this potential wealth and like everything, the opportunities, and those people will pass it on to more people. It's generational, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you'll never really die because you started all of that.
Right.
So in a sense of I mean that's how you
Become immortal. And you know my favorite thing about you, knowing all of the things that you've done and how many lives you've touched and changed, you're fucking humble as shit.
No, I mean there's certain times I'll flex and I know I'm doing it too, but it's because of
it's all right.
because it's marketing.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because it's marketing.
Sure.
Yeah, but no, I try to be humble. I mean, we have so much stuff going on too.
Yeah.
That sometimes I don't have the chance to talk about it, right?
Right.
But yeah, like I think that's the whole Vietnamese thing with the company. It's like it's a very emotional thing for me. So like
Yeah.
I don't talk much about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have tissues if you get
No,
emotional.
no.
I think we ran out actually.
Oh, sorry. I'll have
Gotta
to
use your
Jennifer might have
gotta
told
use
me.
your shirt, bro.
You can use my shirt.
Okay.
I'll have to get re-up before next week. Jennifer will be back on. But yeah, man. So what is what's up? What's new? What's coming on the horizons for you right now? I know we asked you a little bit about that last time, but I'm sure things have changed a little bit by
Things
now.
are always changing. So even today, like got a potential order with this thing that I'm trying to do right now for exporting music. So exporting like physical copies of music in Korea. And
Okay.
somebody potentially just put in an order for $200,000 worth.
Now you say physical copies, like
Mhm.
CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Collectibles.
Oh, okay.
So I have a guy in Seoul right now, and we've been working on this idea for the last like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it finally grew in fruition, and this big corporation wants to, potentially buy from us as wholesale. So yeah, I'm working on that right now. and that's totally like a shiny object syndrome thing that I'm going through. But like, it's a good ROI because
shiny object thing.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fast. It's good ROI because it's, for one,
turnaround.
Yeah, it's the turnaround, but I also get to go to Asia.
Okay.
So like, why not? Right.
Yeah.
But that's also another like, I think business I want to get into eventually. It's like import and export business.
Right.
I created like the URL for that like 2 years ago already. So I already have that ready to go. Yeah, but
what is it called?
It's VN Exporter.
Okay.
But I also have an AXIN Exporter.
Do you do that a lot? You just buy
I have like
domain
30,
names?
30 or 40 domains right now.
Wow.
Yeah. I have some cool ones in Florida. So
Yeah.
I have one called pickflorida.com.
Okay.
That could run as like a blog.
Yeah.
I have, what's on your keyboard? So it's like, let me show you.
So if you started a blog, would you just use AI to use it to generate a blog?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could possibly use that as a starter, but like Google, I think Google's gonna catch on eventually. But at the end of the day, you can create blogs, but it has to be useful. It has to be like something that's compelling to somebody to stay on your page. The less bounce rate you have of each page, you're gonna rank. So that's ultimately what you want to do is drive traffic.
What do you mean by Google would catch on? What would they drive you down?
So they'll lower your rank.
AI.
Yeah, they'll penalize you. It's not happening now, but it'll happen eventually. That Google will seek out like, hey, this content looks very Chat GPT. It's very like regurgitated, and it looks like somebody did the same thing, and like they'll catch on to it. And they also know how many people are visiting your site, how many people are like actually reading the content. They track everything.
Right.
So by that, we use AI to create blogs too, but we use AI to create the foundation of the blog.
Yeah.
But not to completely write the whole blog. It doesn't make any sense. Cause like, if you ever ran GPT, some of the stuff that it puts out is kind of robotic.
It's a little weird. I did I think I did a video. I can't remember. I think it was on Chat GPT, and I actually it wrote a script for me.
Yep.
And then I don't know if you saw that thing I posted on Instagram a while back. I just did a story, but it had like, I did a screen recording of my Lightroom, and I was just scrolling around in my Lightroom, and I had actually, you guys had that green light on outside, so I spent like 4 or 5, maybe up to 7 hours, like trying to edit this thing to make it look normal.
You spent 4 to 5 hours editing to make it look normal?
Possibly more.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just because I'm not ever happy, and so I kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, and when I finally got it, I locked it in, made a preset.
Nice.
So I was like, now if there's ever harsh green lighting and you don't bring your flash, you can use this. But at any rate, it probably won't. I'll never use it again.
Yeah.
Somebody might. I don't know. But I just do that occasionally. Just make presets, and maybe when I get enough, I'll sell them.
How many presets do you have right now?
I think like 4.
Okay.
It doesn't happen very often that I find one that's like, this is pretty fucking, this is like very dramatic.
Gotcha.
When it's a super dramatic, and like that one that I just made has like it has AI built into it. So, it might be a little more. I might charge a little more for that one. But at any rate, what was I saying? Totally.
You were talking about how you use AI.
Yeah. I made so if you remember that story, it was like me scroll, and there was a little dude in the corner talking.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
You saw that? That was an AI generated person.
Wow.
And it actually wrote the script. I put in a few prompts, some keyword prompts. It wrote the script. It made a person, and it put the words in his mouth, and it literally looked like he was talking and saying those words. I was like, that is insane. That's all computer generated.
Jeez. Yeah.
I didn't do any. The only thing I did was the background. That was it. And I was just, I was literally blown away by that. And that was on fucking CapCut.
Damn.
So it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Sorry, Pat. I didn't mean to step on your toes.
You're good. Are you?
I know you love to ask the question about AI.
Yeah, but because I'm so intrigued by it, because
I
think 2 years from now it's just gonna 90%, 80% of what you see on the internet is gonna be all AI ran.
Yeah.
I mean, it sort of already is with the algorithm based, but I think that there's gonna be videos, photos, and certain things that come out through AI that almost look indisputable and are going to cause a lot of hate, division, and it's just this whole AI thing scares me because right now it has no guide rails.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
there's no borders right now. In
Pandora
AI.
is out of the box.
We haven't we're incentivizing all these things, but we haven't thought about 20 years from now what it's gonna bring. So I just don't know. But I think it's very important for you to definitely. It's good. It's good that you're thinking about AI right now, especially in the marketing. Yeah. Because that's going to be something the next 700 days, literally 2 years, that is going to probably overtake the market. Yeah. So
we use it for almost every division of what we do right now for work too. So like content production, like we use a lot of AI for that. Copywriting, SEO, a lot of AI for that. So yeah, AI ties on a lot of stuff what we're doing right now already. Naturally too. It just came naturally. It was like, oh, this program now offers this, and this is an AI add-on. Like Canva uses AI now. Yeah. Lightroom, Photoshop.
Yep. Everything. Yeah. The Lightroom locks up I just rebuilt that fucking computer. Yeah. The big black one over there. And it's like just super powerful.
What GPU are you running?
Yeah, I still got to get it.
He skimped out on that. That's everything.
Yeah, that's the one fucking thing I skimped out on. That's the most important thing. I know. Well, I put a brand new CPU, new motherboard,
you have 64 gigs of RAM.
Nice.
Yeah, like, gosh.
Yeah, the one thing I still have to get is that GPU. But
what are you running right now for a GPU?
I fucking don't know.
It's like I think it's a 1080. 1080?
I think it's a 1080.
Is it a TI?
For RAM? You say
no,
RAM?
For graphics card.
GPU.
No. The CPU is like the newest. It's like a 98.
Comet Lake?
Comet Lake?
Is that what it's called? The new Intel?
No.
That's an MSI.
It's an AMD.
I think it looks like a 1080 to me, like old 1080.
Yeah, I need to update that. But yeah, that shit just locks up. When I start doing the AI stuff, like the blur.
Oh, dude, that's
that blur in the background thing. That's the one that gets me. That and the denoise. I'm just like, I don't use that anyways. I don't mess with that denoise shit.
No.
If I'm gonna do it, I do it myself.
Yeah.
Because it always oversaturates with it does way too much.
Yeah.
And it comes out looking like a Snapchat filter. Yeah. Which I don't want. I might do, and I'll do my denoise, like I'll select certain sections and then denoise that. And I want to do the whole fucking picture. That's just weird.
Yeah.
I like noise in my pictures. I shoot a lot of grainy pictures.
Yeah. I think to each their own with their style too, huh?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's one of the things I think that I wish I could just, burn into the minds of the younger folks, like don't worry about what, all these other cats are doing. Yeah. Or if you see somebody doing something you don't, that you really like, try it, learn it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to make that your style.
Yeah. It's trends.
Right.
Somebody asked me at collab not too long ago. They're like, what do you think about this trend right here? And I was like, I forgot what it was. And I was like, again, it's just a trend, right? So like everybody's doing it, but like, does that really fit your narrative? Like, does that fit your personality? Like, you don't have to do it to like, just to fit in with everybody else. It's, at the end of the day, what you're doing is creative, so you need to just do whatever makes you feel like, hey, this is what my art is.
Yeah. Now, if you love doing that style, then fuck it, do it. But I agree. Find your. And I did the same shit. I did the same thing. But when I started out in photography, it was like, of course, in high school I started, and like your teacher gives you like these little assignments, and I would be the last one to turn my shit in. Yeah. Because I would throw shit out. I would say, she would say, go, let's do reflections. And like you see, like the other kids would literally just put a mirror on the thing and take a picture of their mom standing over the mirror or something,
wow.
And I'm just like, but I'm like out walking around looking for puddles of water and, hey, stand here, or whatever, just, and I don't like that. But being creative it's a blessing and also a curse. It will break your brain.
Yeah.
But when it's done and you come up with something that it's
accomplishment,
so you love, and you could start a new trend.
Yeah.
I think there's a guy out there on Instagram. I think it's like Retro Magic Photography or something like that. I can't remember, but all his pictures look like the old retro magazines. Like he shoots a lot of females, and they all, like the little. Remember, I don't know if you remember, like the old school copper tone.
Yeah, so they just turned the temperature all the way to the left on Lightroom. Is that what they're doing?
No, he does a lot of like painting on his frame. It looks like it's almost, it's like it's a real person, but it almost looks drawn. But it looks very retro.
Like it's almost like a magazine cover, in a sense?
Almost like a magazine.
Okay, yeah.
Like
pastel-ish.
A little bit,
Okay.
yeah. I'll have to pull it up when I get my phone back.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you ever saw like the old Coppertone, we used to, when we were kids, Coppertone had this commercial ad.
Coppertone is a sunscreen.
Sunscreen, and it had like a little blonde girl with pigtails, and looking behind her, and there was a dog biting her little bikini bottoms.
Yeah.
And that was like their logo on billboards for the longest time. But that was real retro, like that old, teeny weeny polka dot bikini bullshit. You know? But yeah, I mean, but he's got that style, and I love it. I fucking love seeing his work. I'll never try to do it.
Yeah.
I already know I'll never try to do it.
Why not?
I don't. It doesn't interest me to try to do that. You know what I mean? Like if I was like, I want to learn how to do that, then I would learn how to do it.
Love to look at it though.
But I reached out to him. See, that's another thing I do. If I see somebody doing some shit that's like, that's so fucking dope.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I can't tell you exactly how.
Oh.
He kind of gate kept a little bit.
Yeah.
But I understand, in certain situations, I get it. That's your shtick. Once, and I told him straight up, I'm never going to do that. I'm just curious how you did it. He did tell me, he's like, I think it's basically he takes the picture, which he does a fantastic job shooting, and then he takes it, I think, into like Pro Tools or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And just kind of retouches the photo.
Gotcha.
Using that, and it wasn't Photoshop. It was like almost like the I think it's Pro Tools, right? Isn't that what do tattoo artists use? Procreate.
Procreate.
Yeah. So like on a tablet, you can just do all kinds of textures and stuff like that, which is pretty much like Photoshop. But I fucking hate Photoshop. Have I told you that?
No.
So
I didn't know that.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you hate it?
There's just too much shit going on.
Yeah.
Like there's a million buttons on the left, a million things on the top, and all this shit on the right. And I'm like, if you don't hit the, Control Shift J and then this and that, and you got to double this, and I'm just like, you know what? I've been fucking with it though, like a little bit.
Yeah.
With the computer generated background replacement and stuff like that. And after about 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5, 6 tries or so, I felt like I had some decent shit that came out. But I just wanted to see how it worked.
It's pretty fast once you get good at it. I mean, once you know all the shortcuts and like what tools you use and what tools you use after that tool, then you synchronize it.
Right. Yeah, I thought I'd never get Lightroom, but I got it.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, man. It's the bane of my existence. Whenever I open Photoshop, I just want to fucking kick my computer over.
Yeah.
It's not my friend.
It's very alien. Like, you don't know what's going on. Yeah. It looks like, what the hell's all like? It doesn't even have words on it. It's just like little shapes and tools.
Yeah. And I just feel like my style is more just
natural.
Let's just do Lightroom edits. And that's what I like to do. And when I was dicking around with, with all of that, I was just like, this isn't me.
Yeah.
I don't feel right. And then I had to go back I was like, all right, this is me.
Yeah.
So you just fall into a groove. Everybody's got their own shit. What would you say your style is?
But like just photos?
With anything.
With
your
content?
video content creation, your photos.
I don't even know what my style is. I know, like, when I started doing photography, like, I always admired Vogue magazine. Those are some of the best photographers in the world. They're shooting, like, some of the top models in the world.
Right.
And I guess that's who I kind of just, my look would be for is just sharp, clean. Nothing too moody. I just like sharp, clean. I guess I'm looking at, like, I've always like liked Vogue magazine. So like every time I could shoot a photo, I always look at it like, hey, could this be on a magazine?
Okay.
So like that's really just that's my thing.
Do you have like a favorite? I was gonna say camera angle, but I mean I don't know. I was just thinking about, like, I don't know why Dutch angles just popped into my head. I don't know why, but I was like, please tell me.
I don't even know what angles that even is.
You don't know what a Dutch angle is?
I'm not very
fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm technical when it comes to equipment, but everything else comes natural. Like, I don't know. Like,
you shoot what you like.
Yeah. I shoot what I like and just edit to like where I think that looks good.
Right. And he is a Sony shooter, so
Oh,
you know,
jeez.
I think we're getting inundated with Sony people.
Yeah. Sony's fast, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just talking shit, man. A lot of people are skipping on over to the old Sony stuff, which kind of like I don't know if this really ties in, but like you've been doing a little bit of like blogging, or not blogging, but like vlogs and stuff, like little mini vlogs on.
Yeah.
Are you posting that on? Do you have like a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout it out.
Yeah. YTGIT. So it's this YouTube jet.
Gotcha. I think I asked you that last time.
Yeah.
I think I did. But yeah, so we'll put that that'll be in the link below.
Thanks, bro.
But yeah, for sure. But so do you put like longer versions of what you post on Instagram?
Yeah, and
up
also
there?
a horizontal version, so like it's
Okay.
just like not cropping my entire body into
Isn't
it.
that nutty?
Yeah, and then actually being able to shoot 4K and actually post it in 4K
Right.
instead of like getting compressed to hell at Instagram Reels.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like being able to do that and just looking at it again. Sometimes I just do it for myself. Just be like, oh dang, it looks really good on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hopefully gonna get this production up to where it's actually shooting in 4K. You
Yeah.
know, we're 4K adjacent.
Yeah, close enough.
I mean, the cameras are shooting in 4K.
Yeah,
But when it runs through that box, it runs it at 1080, and then the program that it runs into.
yeah. So it
Records
compresses
it.
it twice.
So 4K to 1080, and then into this program at 4K.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
So it upscales it back to
Yeah.
4K. It's stupid. And then YouTube goes, no. You know, you have to like go in and select 4K, or you know.
But it's also because you're shooting live too.
Right.
Yeah. If you didn't shoot live, it was recorded, then you could probably obviously shoot.
Oh, it'd look much better.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I do enjoy about like you know, what is that? This is not a podcast. Will I like that he records it and it looks nice and crisp and clean. You can light it really, you know, differently, and you know, like here it's live. I want to make sure I can see your face. They can see your face, and vice versa. But it's just a different type of production. I'm happy. I'm definitely happy with this because it's way
very raw,
low maintenance.
Yeah, it's raw.
Super low maintenance.
Yeah.
When we're done, I can go to bed. I don't have to edit shit.
Exactly.
I mean, I've been kind of lazy the last couple podcasts. I'm still in the middle of cutting, you know, clips from the time, place,
like key
episode.
points that you want to kind of just like post on Instagram.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know what it is, man. Like I just need to dump. I need storage.
Yeah.
I need more storage on my phone, on everything. You know, that's the problem with us, right? Because I keep fucking everything. Do you keep everything?
Yeah, I do.
Like how far back would you say you've been keeping everything?
Probably 2008.
2008. That's a fuck long time.
Yeah, ever since I got an iPhone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I just dump everything to a
cloud?
Google Drive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I get a new phone or when I switch over, I save everything.
See, I have shit on Google. I got on Google Drive. I got it on the iCloud. I've got it on. I've got 20 terabyte hard drives over there. They're not full yet, but I've got just anything you can back up. I got Dropbox. I got shit.
That's smart, dude.
Yeah, but everything's filling up, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I'm getting to a point like their Dropbox is reaching out to me, and they're like,
Got an enterprise account now.
we may need to get you into a business program or something. And I'm like, bitch, I don't want to pay for that.
You're a gold
It's
member now.
expensive, bro. Yeah.
I wish I had a gold member. Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
You know,
Not cheap
that's
at
the
all.
life of a content creator is
Pretty
not
much.
cheap.
Pretty much. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. Not cheap at all.
What did you start with? An iPhone? Is that what you basically started with when you started doing stuff?
When I started doing content production, that was the first time I actually did it like for work was probably at Vape Masters, and I shot on like an iPhone fucking 5 or 6. I can't remember what phone I had at the time.
Wow.
But yeah. Actually, like you go to Instagram now and it's still up. Like all that content, like really nice shots, was shot on my iPhone.
Yeah, you can do some good work on your iPhone. And now,
Yeah, you'd be very surprised what you can do on your iPhone.
you got the 15 now?
I got the 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you shoot like, well, I don't have the 15. I think I got the software update so I can shoot in ProRes.
Yeah, yeah.
But have you tried it?
Nope.
I don't have enough storage on my phone.
Yeah. My phone freezes up now after the OS update, so I don't even touch it anymore.
The last I think it was at the last. Yeah, was it? No, it was when I was shooting. I was doing a promo for the Christmas shoot, and I had that couple in there at Collab. I did a video and where it was just like I think I just panned like this a little bit.
Yeah.
It was literally 3 seconds. And I shot it in ProRes. I had to delete every fucking thing on my phone.
Damn.
Wow.
Everything. I did a backup and then I deleted everything off my phone. So it's in the cloud. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about that. But like, and then, but it literally stopped at 3 seconds.
Damn.
So obviously it's meant to work with the newer hardware, which is planned obsolescence. And I fucking hate that shit.
That's the third time you've brought it up.
I know. It's one of my biggest pet peeves with society and like, cars and phones and this shit. You know, it's all going to break one day.
Yeah. It gets outdated.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking about that. I think, my brain constantly moves.
Yeah.
So I think about that shit a lot. And he said, it's like the third time I brought it up on 3 different podcasts. But I also thought on the flip side of that, and maybe you can pontificate on that. It's my new favorite word. But yeah, like does it kind of mirror the human experience? Because we're not made to last either.
Nah, I think it's just greed from corporate entities.
We'd like to think that. But I mean, really, if people only live, if you're lucky, to 80 years old.
Yeah.
And if all your shit never broke, never stopped working, like, I don't know, what would life be like?
You'd still be on iPhone 1 instead of iPhone 15 Pro.
Right. But you'd never run into that adversity, like having a fucking card, malfunction when you're in the middle of a shoot.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, and then you got to figure out how to shift gears and adapt.
I mean, if you're considering, like, let's say content production from like 20 years ago to now, like, we were able to produce so much faster because of the range of technology now, right?
Yeah.
Because you had to upgrade.
Right.
I mean, even for me, upgrading every time I upgrade like a big significant like piece or tool that I use for work, like I increase my my efforts and time by at least 20%.
Right.
So for me, that's why it's essential for me to upgrade. But yeah, I think it's crazy that you don't need a newest iPhone every year that comes out, but like, I mean, Apple is a big corporation. They have stockholders, right? So you kind of had to, they had to produce out, and they had to produce like emotional FOMO.
Right.
So when you're producing that FOMO, it's like, well, that's the newest thing. I had to get it.
Yeah.
And that's how, they can rack in billions of dollars.
And they're beholden to their shareholders.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No,
I'm an Apple shareholder, so I understand.
Are you?
Yeah, I have like Apple stock, so I understand what they're doing.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I knew I should have got in with the old fruit logo back way when I was a kid.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I had no idea. And it's funny too, because we had like my dad put money in a bank for us when we were like just born.
Yeah.
And when we were graduating high school, we got that shit. So it was like
Damn.
supposed to be for college.
Yeah.
I fucking just pissed it away. If I was smart, I wouldn't have pissed it all away. I would have put some money, but I didn't have any role models. I had no one to teach me this shit.
Yeah.
You
didn't have YouTube.
Did not have YouTube.
Yeah.
Here's my take. You just said you should have bit the apple back in the day, right?
Yeah.
AI is your Apple moment right now.
You think? Yeah.
Yes.
But, I mean, where do you get in though? I mean, can you buy shares on OpenAI?
You can go to just start your Webull account and go ahead and look up the number 1, 2, and 3 AI companies that are public trading, and then go from there.
Go nuts.
Yeah, and then read your trends in the graph and see where a low point is, and buy from there.
He was doing, like, he's all into that shit.
Yeah.
I'm so stupid with it. I would just give him the money and say, you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I don't want that on my shoulders.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Well,
but no, it's definitely, like, in my opinion, it's the Apple moment. Like,
yeah.
Like they're already talking about one billionaire is already talking about $38 billion that they want to invest in private AI within the next year for government purposes. So
well, now you just gave it away.
Yeah.
So now all 100 people that watch this are gonna run out and buy OpenAI. I mean, and it's only cool until they take over, right, and start enslaving us.
I don't think they're gonna do that. Yeah, no. I think that's too much Terminator.
You don't think? Have you seen that shit from Boston Dynamics?
Oh my!
The robot dog.
That and the upright
and the
humanoid one that they try to kick over.
Yeah, but you know how long it took them to get to where they're at now with that humanoid? It's been like a long time.
Yeah, but they're like there now, though.
I actually saw that dog robot thing when I went to Boston last year too. Oh, this year, yeah.
I was going to say, isn't it New York? They have them patrolling.
Yep. Mm-hmm. No, actually, so I went to like the museum in Boston. I actually saw like one of the first like.
Was it a museum?
Yeah, I went to the museum. I actually saw it. Oh.
Was it like functional?
No, it was literally like it was like a demo version.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was so cool.
Well, I just like didn't we read somewhere a while back that like they have two different like robots like that are actually patrolling, and I think it's in New York.
One is for deterrence and one is for riot control, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I don't think they're armed or anything like that.
No, it's probably more for surveillance.
I think like tear gas and basic stuff.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah, but I know they have like they're basically for cameras and shit.
Yeah.
And they got speakers so people could talk to them through that shit. Like, put the knife down. You know,
you want to
drop your crack.
You want to talk about drones? Have you seen this drone warfare in Ukraine and Russia and shit?
Yeah.
Those drones are going supersonic now.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah, it's
nutty.
crazy. They're going supersonic now.
120 miles an hour they go. And
all it took was somebody trying to make a fucking flying car. You know, they were trying to make a human drone that you could sit in, and then now it's like the shit's so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, even the Predator drones that they're using initially, like in the last.
Oh yeah,
yeah, those are crazy, man.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're bombing things like when you're sitting in an office in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
they just dropped, well, not dropped. They just came out with a new stealth bomber that undetectable by radar and can carry up to 6 nuclear warheads.
Jeez.
Yeah. So they
I'm
just
not
came
sure.
out with that.
Did Lockheed make that?
Oh, I'm sure Lockheed, Raytheon, and all the other conglomerates had something to do with it. Yeah.
That doesn't fill me with a lot of hope.
No.
No, I mean I think it's cool innovation and stuff, but
and it also has technology that can penetrate ground and water, so it can see
LiDAR.
Well, not only LiDAR, but through houses as well. So you can penetrate ground, water, structures, anything like that, and it will take. And it's generated by AI. It's a drone bomber that's not generated by a man or ran by a man.
So it's a lot more accurate.
So once it scans all this data at the blink of an eye and sends it to everybody in your area of operations immediately. So any hostiles, it's identified immediately in a 30-kilometer radius, and boom, you have your map.
Wow.
So. Jesus. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I don't get into that shit. I wish that, I mean, in a perfect world, you know, there wouldn't be fighting and there would be none of that bullshit. You know, just like, can we just like be cool for a minute?
Exactly.
You know? Like I feel like if everybody was a little bit more creative or had the opportunity to create, because I know there's some people that were born into that life.
Yeah.
They don't even know what it means to be creative.
Yeah.
To them, you know, plastering, you know, fucking bodies all over the place is creative to them.
Yeah.
You know. But shit, man.
I think it just
way to bring it down. Patty.
I just think it stems from a lineage of greed.
Yeah.
It is big globalists that have just inherited money and they've taken over what their evil deeds of their father or mother have done. That's literally what I think it is.
Yeah, but that's definitely a glass half empty type of look.
I just trying to be a realist. You know,
I guess I look at it like this. I know they're out there.
Yeah,
but then
gotta
there's
be aware.
people out there, and I'm pointing at you, that are doing better than the rest of them. You know, you're doing things for the better.
Fucking hats off to Jit, man.
No, I mean it's I guess. You know?
I mean, it's a stark contrast of what, you know, of the death and destruction that could happen. You know, you're bringing, you know, and I, again, not to just be harping on the, you know, and making you feel all pat yourself on the backy about it, but I think you should.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing a great thing, and I love it, man. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoy it. I'd love to learn more about what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
You know. So if you ever need anybody to like carry your fucking luggage,
Oh
just
my God.
holler at your boy.
No.
So I got a question back to your transportation company, your logistics. What are you going to niche down in the logistics? Are you going to try to transport a certain type of material? Or are you going to go multimodal?
Initially, I opened that up to just for financial protection to LLC. Like I was going to open that up to LLC because when you're importing and exporting from like Vietnam, you need to have like a actual like business, and I didn't want to tie that into the marketing just in case something happened. But right now there's nothing going back and forth. Initially it was going to be like Vietnamese chips and snacks, but that proposal didn't go through.
Okay.
But now it's just like we're working on this next big thing, so obviously I need to have LLC to keep myself financially protected and by law and all that too. So yeah, that's right now we don't have anything going in and out, but you know, hopefully this deal goes through, and we'll probably be in Korea next month. So yeah.
Speaking of going in and out, this is a bad segue.
Yeah.
Yeah. You, are you ever think about having little jits around?
That's funny.
You like that segue?
Yeah.
Speaking of in and out,
I like that. Yeah, I do. But it's a disservice. I mean, it's not. What do I call it? Disservice. It's not responsible right now for me to do that because I feel like I wouldn't be in my child's life as much as I would want to. And I know what it feels like not to have a parent around, right? So like, I wouldn't want that on my child.
Yeah.
I don't want that kid to be like, damn, my dad's always traveling for work or he never has time for me. So when I feel like I think I hit a certain goal, then maybe yes, I'll like figure out, hey, I need to slow down. So when I slow down, I'd say, well, I'll have a kid. But right now, I'm just going 1,000 miles per hour right now, so I don't have time.
Hell yeah.
And yeah.
I kind of felt like you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Very responsible of you.
Yeah.
Very, for sure.
Yeah.
Give it all or none is what he's saying. When
Pretty
it comes
much,
to family.
yeah. I mean, like, if you're gonna be a dad, you gotta be like you want to be a good dad, right? You just want to be like, hey, I'm just a dad, but I want to be
I know
proud.
all about it.
Yes.
I literally gave up everything
Yeah.
for my kids, man.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't, if I had to do it again, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even blink.
Yeah. I feel like the minute I have a kid, I would probably sacrifice whatever I'm doing now for that kid.
Right.
And I'm not completely ready for that yet.
No,
Because I know I probably
You're
would
cooking.
do that.
Well, you're
Yeah.
young. You're young, right? I mean, like, what are
I'm
you?
not that young.
What are you, like, in your 20s?
No, I'm 33.
Oh,
Wow.
well,
I
yeah.
think 33. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Still, that's fucking young.
Yeah.
You got time.
Yeah.
There's some people that don't have kids till they're 50.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll wait till 50 though.
No.
No.
Well, I
don't
mean,
think so.
you'll probably live till what, 1,000? You know.
Hopefully 5,000. No. Yeah, I mean,
If they had a thing that would help you to, or if they had a way, like a little, you know, whatever it is, some kind of drug that lengthens your telomeres to where you fucking like live forever, would you take that shit?
yeah,
Yeah,
all day.
all day.
Yeah.
You could live forever. You would take that?
Yeah. Do you know how much a vampire would you know how much money a vampire would have right now if he like started compounding his stocks when he's
This
tired?
is
That's
why-
what it is. It's the
I'm
globalists.
telling
They're
you,
vampires.
this is why
kidding.
every vampire movie they're always rich.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the Cullens, they're loaded because they've had that money for
You like Twilight, huh?
I did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know it's bad, dude. I enjoyed it.
Don't
Yeah.
listen to him. He doesn't even like Creed.
Yeah. Oh my
I don't.
gosh.
Do you like
Yeah.
Creed?
Fuck
You don't even know
Jim.
who Creed is. You don't know who Creed is.
Creed?
Can
like,
you
that's
take
worse than
me higher?
Yeah, I
See.
know that song.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah.
No,
With
You like Nick-
thumbs wide open.
You like
What?
Nickelback?
no, that's equally as bad.
Mm.
Actually, I don't know
Nickelback's
which one's
good,
worse.
dude.
Yeah, you like that?
Nickelback's good.
Fuck Jim. Your
Yeah.
your opinion's null and void, Jim.
No, yeah, I'm like that old guy telling kids to get off my lawn. So my opinion
Yeah.
is bullshit. Yeah,
Cripey old Gandalf.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
I'm fine.
Fuck him up.
Come
So,
on, man.
What do you have anything that you want to put out to the world? Is there anything that you would like to get out there?
Not right now. I think right now it's just another icebreaker. I think we jump on another podcast in a month or two and go over some.
Yeah.
I think this is just like initially. Like, I would like to people just to ask me questions too because I like to answer them. Like a lot of people are in the creative. Obviously they watch who are creative and whatever advice I can give them because obviously I started doing creative. So I got like my job opportunity and my income now from that.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not only asking for myself, but I imagine that these are a lot of questions. Like I said, I try to think about if I was watching this and the guy that was interviewing the person who is being very successful at doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I looked up to that guy and I was like, or that person, sorry, I don't, but, I would have a list of questions and I'm trying to tick all those questions off. And I do, this is for me and they just get to watch.
Oh yeah. They were winging it too.
Yeah. I always wing it. I fucking
Comes
hate.
natural.
I don't like writing questions. It takes me out of the moment.
Feels
Yeah.
choreographed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I burped up my.
When I was driving here, I was trying to think about things I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to like come natural too. So I wanted to like be a conversation instead of me like here are the 5 things I want to talk about today. I didn't have anything in mind. I just wanted to talk.
Yeah, I mean, like it's funny too, because I need to probably write some shit down during the day, but I have this really bad brain that doesn't remember shit, except for dumb shit. You know, like how many clasps are there on the escape pod in fucking Star Wars? You know, it's just like,
You're a Star Wars fan?
Yeah, a little bit. Only I'm like a weird. I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm older. I'm
We
of
can
a
tell.
certain generation, so
So
that
4, 5, 6.
no 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
No, that is 1, 2, and 3 for me.
Okay. Sorry. See, I grew up. I grew up on 1. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
What is it? A New Hope, Return of the Jedi. I probably fucked it up. But those 3 were like that was those were my Star Wars. And
I'm a huge Star Wars geek.
all those other things were like just cannon fodder. But there was a trivia game that like I think it was Trivial Pursuit or something, but it was Star Wars edition, and I used to play it with my buddies.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, so like that was one of the questions I had in my brain.
Yeah.
So like I remember dumb shit like that, but I can't remember the questions. So I'll just be driving around. I'm like, I want to know this. I want to ask him that, and then I just fucking forget. So
You're like, I'll never forget.
no, I do. I will never say I'll never forget. Never.
I do that shit all the time. Oh, that's a great idea.
Well, and
5 minutes later.
Plus, how well do you handle like when shit's on fire and upside down? I don't mean literally, just like when life is like just fucking coming at you from all
That's like
angles.
every other day feels like lately.
Right.
I take a moment to analyze the issue and see like what's the best like solution to fixing that. I mean, I look at it from a very little like, analytical angle, right? So like, shit always. I mean, shit can always go bad.
Yeah.
So when I look at things and there's a fire and I need to put it out, I look at 3 outcomes, 2 outcomes that could come from this if I fix it a certain way. And I try my best to do it. And obviously those fires are prioritized in a certain way that if I can put somebody in place to do it for me, then I'll do that first and I'll work on the next thing. But, it's just all about like, I have like a system in my head, like how we handle things. I would say if a client's like having like a bad month in sales or something and they call me, then we have a different approach to like talking to them, and then they have the priority of like, let me call them back right now. We set up an in-person meeting.
Right.
Someone to fire them and don't look like that. But if you systemize it and you come with like a way, like you analyze it from an analytical matter instead of an emotional matter.
Right.
And that's how I handle it. I think you guys don't realize that like for me to switch back and forth from analytical to like creative quite a bit, like throughout the day. It's multiple times.
I think I probably realize it.
Yeah, and it kind of like fries your brain. Like a lot of times when I tell you like my brain's fried, it's because I just got done editing a video and now I'm looking at data like sheets.
Yeah.
So like I have to transition back and forth a lot. So like it takes a toll on your brain.
Yeah. I can always tell when you have that 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, like I'm literally like trying to figure out something. I'm like thinking right now, right? So
Do you ever just lose your shit? Or do you always stay pretty level-headed?
No, I have mental breakdowns all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens like at least once a month.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're just going through it.
Yeah.
But
I punched some shit the other day.
Yeah.
Still, it was inanimate objects, no people.
I have. I mean, my way of handling that sometimes is going to the sauna and just like relaxing for 10 minutes. I do that.
I like that better than punching shit.
Yeah, I do that twice a day sometimes, but
Yeah.
most of the times I do it like once a day, 15 minutes, and I'm out.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good for your body.
Yeah.
Very good for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can't be on my phone because my phone overheats in the sauna anyways.
Right,
So like it's a perfect scenario.
Yeah, but then you're in there thinking about all the fucking messages you're gonna get when you get out.
Yeah. Well, that's not too bad.
Do you do that? Like, do you way overthink every fucking aspect of everything every day?
I used to do that a lot because I have like deep anxiety issues, but I'm trying not to do that now. When things arise, when I can't, it's like on my way here, I kind of like played in my scenario, like in my head, like how this was gonna go. So like, yeah, I do overanalyze and overthink a lot of things.
How's it going?
It's good. It's
Are we on
good.
par? with
No,
what you
I
thought?
didn't think it was gonna be bad. I was just gonna think like what kind of like angle we're gonna come at with this podcast. But yeah, it's just what was your question again? ADHD.
I know. I have the same thing. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Wait.
No,
Hold on. Yeah. Do you just lose your shit sometime?
Yeah, I mean, like to be honest with you, like I lose my shit all the time.
Yeah.
But I internally, but like when it actually comes out, then it gets really fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like I mean, even our partners, like my partner on the marketing side, like, we all spaz out sometimes, and it's naturally like that. Like
What does a spaz out look like?
it's just a lot of cussing and shit.
Okay.
Like it's a lot of like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, it's happening at collab too, where like things aren't like, let's say things aren't there, like, placed a certain way, or like, hey, like where's the fucking trigger at, or shit like that, dude. And like it builds up because after a while, I was like, hey, I already told you to do this, and it's not in a proper manner. So like, you see my Pelican case, right? I can tell if I close my eyes, I know
right where everything's at.
I know I literally can. I don't even have to touch it. I can tell you in slot 1 over to 3, up 1 is my fucking microphone, and it's just like after a while, everything comes muscle memory, and you just things supposed to be a certain place.
Right.
So that's another thing, but like it's I lose my shit all the time. I mean, it comes naturally, and you're under a lot of pressure, so like sometimes the dams just explode, but. I think I do a pretty good job of controlling it most of the time, and like finding solutions afterwards.
Right.
But naturally, I don't want to be exploding all the time. But I'm
Right.
just trying to control.
Probably
it
get a lot less work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like
It's
that
not-
dude's fucking nuts.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to explode because you let a lot of like tension out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's not good to keep it in. That's
No.
for sure.
No.
Real quick, for those that are just joining or that had joined halfway through, I'd just like to let everybody know that I am experiencing construction in the house this evening. So if you hear any weird noises going on in the background and you're like, what the fuck are they doing? That's what it is. So that's a little disclaimer.
FY.
Also, thank you for tuning in.
And please
And-
drop a like and subscribe.
Or ask Jit a question if you're
Yeah.
in the live.
Ask me anything, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, that whole going back
neck.
from creator, where you have to use a bit of emotion
to
to
analytical.
Yeah.
mindset. That's
Mhm.
that's tough.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
tough.
hard
Because I'm in analytics all day, and that
Yeah.
fries my freaking head. I can only imagine going
it's
back
really,
and forth.
Yeah, it's really tough sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you take care of your health, man?
Well, I don't get enough sleep right now, so that's one thing I'm trying to
I was
do.
going to ask you that earlier, but I forgot.
Yeah, I don't
It's
sleep that
perfect.
much. Right now, I sauna. I try to be careful what I intake for food.
Mhm.
I'm on multivitamins. I'm on fish oil. I'm on magnesium sulfate for sleep. Whatever
Is
I
that
can.
working? Obviously. not.
Sometimes no, it's not regularly working. I take mental breaks. Like I literally in October, I literally left to Japan and Asia for like a month and literally just worked out there. But that is how I get away. Like that's my little
Yeah.
release, right? I'm still working, but I'm not driving around doing crazy shit all day long. I have just time for myself. Yeah, that's how I kind of take care of my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
It's a
how,
different type of work.
yeah,
It's probably.
changing your environment.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Like my girlfriend gets pissed off every time if we go on a vacation.
Yeah,
I'm like, so here we are at the, I'm always, I'll
are you
be,
video recording it?
yeah, I'm making a vlog.
Mm-hmm.
The last, actually, it was, I think it might have been one of the reasons why it was the last vacation we took together. But we went to Asheville and in North Carolina, and I've like
Vlog the whole time.
the drive there,
Yeah.
getting out at the gas stations, getting snacks and shit. I mean, it's on my channel, but like, I vlogged the whole fucking thing, and I wasn't very good at like editing it or talking,
Yeah.
but I didn't care. It was just like I needed to do something,
Yeah.
and I always have that need
Mhm.
to be doing something. When I'm at my day job,
Yeah.
I'm just like, what can I talk about?
Mm-hmm.
What can I talk about? What could I do? I need to put something out.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that need is. I don't know if it's just the creative side, the
It's curious how to
juices,
produce something.
yeah, because it's definitely not like the. I don't do shit for serotonin boost. I don't do shit for when people get the likes and stuff. I couldn't give a fuck less.
Yeah.
It feels sure it's nice.
Mhm.
When people see your shit
Yeah.
and when they hit the little like button, it's like, oh, they did see it.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't really look at it, they just saw my thing and they were like,
Yeah.
But I don't know. You ever think about that? Like why am I posting? Or, I mean, obviously that's a dumb question because I know that you post with intent.
Yeah. I do. I mean, it's curated in a sense, right?
Right.
So like, you're like, kind of like, why am I doing this? I was asking myself that, should I have posted that? Or, a lot of times I'll delete a story because I was just like, oh, I shouldn't have posted that. It's just like, you're naturally like, I'm just going to share this. But then it's like, you look at it from like a a business angle, and you're like, that's not a good business move.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not a good look.
Yeah, it's not a good look, so I'll take it off.
Yeah.
Like if I go out and like I'm at the club with like, if I'm at the club, let's say hypothetically, I'm at the club, it is not for business reasons, I will not post it.
Right.
Yeah, it's just because like I'm not out drinking, like clients trying to get a reach of me or whatever. But like,
Right.
it's very curated what I do now, especially like when you become the face of a company, you kind of have to pick and choose what you post and what you show people
And how you conduct yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're at the end of the day, people look up to you. You have leaders. I mean, you're a leader within your little realm. You have employees or teammates that look up to you, and so like you just want to be more careful what you do. You're like socially responsible now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. When people are looking up to you, you got to watch. What kind of content have you deleted out of your thing, man?
What?
I don't think I've ever. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can tell when people delete shit. I don't know.
Yeah, you can tell because it says like post not loading or retry.
Oh, okay.
So that means somebody deleted it. Sometimes if I post like a picture of a meal, I'll like take it off. Yeah, I'll take it off later. I was like, for one, like the composition isn't that great, but like it's like a shitty meal. I was like, why did I post that? It doesn't look good.
I don't know. My favorite thing was when y'all. I think it was when you and Ray were over. Where were y'all at? Did y'all go? I might have been when you went to Vietnam or I can't remember, China or somewhere.
We went to Vietnam, China, and Japan.
Might have been Japan. Y'all were eating like the American food that's cooked over there, like the McDonald's.
Oh yeah. It was in China. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
McDonald's is my favorite restaurant.
You
That's
guys
why.
need to get really good mics and get that really good crispy ASMR when you're smacking.
Yeah. At that time, I was just like, I was shooting everything on my phone anyway.
Yeah.
So like carrying around a camera over there sucks because you're just
Get your
looking
little Rode mic, man.
Yeah, I have one too, but I just haven't used it yet.
The wireless.
Yeah. The video I made, so I had that Rode mic for over a year now. That's my first time using it.
Yeah.
Like last
I
video
use the
shot.
fuck out of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I only just got that. I have so many microphones, it makes me sick.
Damn.
I've gotten rid of a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that by far, that little wireless go-to is my favorite.
Yeah. That's what I'm using right now.
Yeah. For sure, it's my fave. It's just so easy. You know, you just clip the
It's
bitch.
small too. It fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
I have running a shotgun mic.
Yeah, and if you want, you can get like the reporter handle. It's
Yeah.
basically just like a fucking 3D printed handle that you can slip your mic on and put a
Damn.
foam over it. And
Wow,
it looks like
okay.
one of those little interviewer mics.
Yeah. I didn't know they made that.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I gotta look into that.
Dude, Rode they got that shit on lock.
Yeah, they got everything.
It's on lock. It's like it's the new. It's kind of like if you follow their business model, which I mean, it's just like let's just make everything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's their model.
Just control everything.
Yeah, they have their ear to the railroad tracks, and they're like, people say they want this, let's make it, fuck it, and they just do it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just like anytime somebody comes out with something, they just do it better.
Yeah. Yeah, road mics are good.
Yeah. I had a friend. Well, I'd say a friend, an acquaintance that I had met, and he works for Rode.
Wow. Okay.
And I wanted so bad to just, like, how the fuck do I get in?
Yeah.
I want in.
Yeah.
But
does he still work for Rode now?
Yeah.
You gotta sponsor some mics, dude.
I'm saying he's not. I don't think he does that. He's more like on the customer service side or whatever. But I found him on a Facebook group, and he's not supposed to be in the Facebook group. And I had an issue, and he was like, "Let me reach out to you offline." And he's like, "Yeah, by the way, I work for Rode." And I was like, and dude, like got my shit expedited.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's funny who you meet. You never know who you're gonna run into.
Yeah, you never know.
It's always so. I mean, I always try to be nice to people because you just never know who the fuck you're talking to.
You don't know like what 3 years or 2 months what's going on with that. You and that person might have like a type of relationship, or like you guys are doing money business deals together or whatever. You never know. So yeah.
Yeah, I might rent a room at the Jet Tower.
No. It'll be Ray's tower before it be Jet's tower.
You think so?
Ray's
He's a real estate guy.
Yeah, he's a real estate guy.
Yeah. And I'm sure we talked about it on the last one, but like, how the fuck did all three of y'all meet?
So So 3 of us is in John.
John, and Ray.
I've only known John for a year now.
Okay.
So like he rented he had a studio upstairs where our other partner Ricky had his printing shop downstairs. So I met him naturally through there. And me and John live together now.
Right.
Ray, I've known Ray for like the longest time, probably since I was like still in high school. We just never crossed paths. We knew mutual friends. The Asian community is very small in Jacksonville. And he's from Orange Park, but like it's all intermingled. Me and Ray almost worked together, I think, multiple times, or at least a couple times when he had needed help for this client that he was working with doing digital marketing at the time. But it never came to fruition. But like, he called me like. I remember the phone call. He called me. He's like, "Hey man, you still do marketing?" I was like, "Yeah, actually I do. Actually, I have a whole company now." And he's like, "Hey, I need help with this printing business I have." And at that time, it was Printer Us, and we did marketing for them. And then that's how we all got tied in. And when we went to Thailand and did our project out there, and then everything from then on until now. So it's been like 2 years so far. But yeah, that's how we all really connected, started working together.
Yeah.
And then John helps me with my marketing side too, and he does a lot of stuff with us too. So yeah.
Yeah.
We're all intermingled with each other's businesses.
Yeah. How do you guys decide who does what in there? I mean, like, or in
collab?
In any business venture that you guys do together.
So
how do you divvy up the work?
So for my marketing company, everything's really it's very like systematic. But for like our relationship, like collab or any business outside of that, it's very like free will. We obviously know our strengths and weaknesses. If it's content production, I'm going to handle that as marketing. But if it's numbers, if it's real estate deals or whatever, then Ray's going to handle that. If it's even content, John take care of that too. If it's never like, hey, Jit, you're responsible for doing all the content at collab.
Right.
Hey, John, you need to take care of all these bookings, or you need to talk to these clients. We kind of just operate out of free will. I mean, all of us own our own companies outside of that already. So It's not like, hey, he's the boss. We're all like, it's naturally equal, and naturally the workforce is kind of like, it's not like, hey, you need to do this. I
see a piece of trash on the floor, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, like it's not like that. Like we all do our cleaning in there. Like all of us just have their own responsibilities.
Yeah.
But if there's something that we can't do, let's say like Ray's out of town, I'm out of town, and John will step up to the plate. Like when me and Ray left for China and Japan, like we fully trusted John to take care of everything, and there was no question asked. Mm-hmm. So, essentially, like we don't have like tasks and roles like we have written on paper. Like, this you're responsible for this.
That's I believe the word for that is synergy.
Synergy.
The three of you have a synergy. It's when one falls down or one's out of the commission, the other two pick up, and then vice versa. And that's great. That's as far as partners goes. That's what I've always wanted in a partner. It doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if it's better to work with people that you're friends with or not.
I think it's kind of hard working with your friends sometimes too, because it's interlocked with too many different things, because like you're going to like your Christmas family things with them or stuff like that, and then if your business like doesn't go well, your partnership doesn't go well, it could just completely delete itself. And there's pros and cons to that too. But I think a pro to what we do now is because we have our own businesses outside of the business we work together. Mm-hmm. So we kind of like our full-time jobs are other businesses, but then like we have like our side projects like collab. Like it's not really a side project. I'm just saying it's a side project.
Yeah.
Like that's when we all get together again, and we have like new businesses deals going in, and we'll work together on that. But yeah, it's hard to work with your friends sometimes. But I think with how I see it now is like obviously me and Ray were friends beforehand, but we didn't really become friends until we started working together. So it's almost like a business first, then friendship now.
Right. And you have, see, the thing, you guys all have like the similar business minds.
Yeah.
Do you think like there'll ever come a time when you guys like, we think takes off, and Ray's stuff like takes off, and then whatever John's working on, his stuff takes off to the point where we're gonna all go our separate ways, like the Powerpuff Girls are gonna split up?
I don't think so.
I don't have to call you girls.
No, you're fine. I haven't been in town for the last 5 days.
Yeah.
So I've been in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So like what it's really splitting up, right? I think we're in like John, Ray, and Ricky are literally in Orlando right now together.
Right.
And like it's just different dynamics of what we're
Sure.
doing. But I think long term wise, I don't think anything is gonna stop us from like, or it's gonna happen where we don't work together.
Right.
Because we're still
At
like
some capacity.
yeah, like I'm doing SEO for Collab right now.
Right.
So like WeThink's doing SEO for Collab, and like just go and then like, you know, Ray owns Super Saiyan now. He just bought it, so we're
That's
doing
fucking great.
yeah. So like John works on Super Saiyan, and then like Ricky prints stuff for Super Saiyan, and I'm redoing their website for them.
Right.
So as we're growing our business together, our other businesses are intertwined and they're servicing to those businesses. So I don't think it's ever going to end.
No, and I mean, that's one thing I picked up from you guys all last time. I think I asked a dumb question. I felt like it was a dumb question after I asked it.
I don't think it's a dumb question.
No, like, what's the end goal? And y'all are like, all three unanimous, like, nah, there ain't no end goal.
Yeah, there's not a. I don't. The end goal is death. I mean, that's really what it is.
It sounds like all y'all have like parallel,
Yeah.
Thinking.
like thinking, and that's beautiful, dude.
Yeah,
like,
thank you, man.
Yeah, like that's very rare in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It really
just because
fucking
with
is.
humans these days, you know, the way that they're bred and designed is just.
I guess
That's crazy.
I guess I just asked, you know, if about that because I guess that's my thought pattern is the natural progression is we helped each other build each other's empires.
Yeah.
And now we're all going to, you know, but I think that's lovely that you're going to always work together at some capacity.
Yeah.
And what it sounds like to me is this almost like y'all are like the Borg. I mean, you're all
It's a symbiotic relationship.
very much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like this feeds this feeds that, and it's all interconnected somehow,
It
some
is.
way,
Yeah.
and it's beneficial to
All of us.
everything that all of you are doing is beneficial to
Mhm.
all of you at the same time.
And even if there's like a project like where Ray's skills and like Ray's skills or John's skills aren't like needed for that project,
Right.
I'll still try to cut them in. I was like, hey, like, you know, do you want to lend us some money? We make a percentage off of that, or like, hey, you want to just do this for us and I'll cut you some off, just to get everybody still involved.
Right.
And I think Ray's been really good at that. Even one of his projects, still gets everybody else involved. Even if it's like a project that he's just working on, was like him and John, he'll still get me involved. He'll still get me and Ricky involved.
Yeah.
So everybody eats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
literally eats.
Yeah. He definitely seems like the
He's like the Captain America Avengers.
yeah. I was gonna say like the daddy.
Yeah.
He gives like dad vibes. I don't mean like daddy. Like
He's
"Hey,
literally a
daddy."
dad though, so he
No,
does
I know.
do dad vibes.
I know. We smell our own.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but he does. He always tries to. It seems like he's trying to help. Like even when he talked about like the, you know, how we met, and he said it like he, you know, like he, like these, you know, like he did it on purpose. He saw my photo and he was like, "That's creative. We got to get him in here."
Yeah.
And, you know, like it definitely seems like all three of you. There's nothing that you do that's not without purpose.
Yeah.
You know, everything you do has a purpose.
Yeah. It has to have a purpose.
Yeah.
Or just be
you're
doing it
just
for no reason.
pissing in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I do that a lot.
Piss in the wind.
Yeah, you know what happens?
Come back at you.
Yeah, it's all over your pants.
Yeah.
It's no fun.
It's like pissing in your britches to stay
Yeah.
warm.
Unless, you know, yeah, you like that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I'm not king shaming.
Think if you try to do everything yourself, you will make more money, right? But if you offset it where you have branches helping you, I mean, that's why there's a Justice League. That's why there's the Avengers,
Right.
right? So everybody has their own thing.
Stronger together.
Exactly. So I think that's what we do now. Like, yeah, all of us benefit from what we do for work.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And we're all still pretty young too. Like, you know, it's still we still have a lot of building to do.
Got a lot of good years left.
Yeah.
You got 6 good knees and a lot of good years left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that. If a hypothetically, like a someone that had a media type, you know, product, and they wanted to really, you know, get out there and sort of monetize that type of thing, like what would be some advice that you would give?
So give me an example of what that media would be.
something on maybe like a YouTube.
A YouTube?
Yeah.
So how do you monetize that?
Yeah.
So obviously you got to build like an audience up first, right?
Yeah.
Views and likes, interaction.
Yeah.
So when you build your views and likes up, your subscribers up, I think subscribers don't even mean as much now as watch time. Watch time is more, it's a higher indicator of engagement than obviously subscribers because you might, So to monetize that, and I watch a lot of podcasts too, but I think let's say I've been watching The Pivot. So like The Pivot, what's that beer called? Happy Dad or like what's that?
Happy
beer?
Dad beer.
Yeah, Happy Dad.
Never
They're a
heard of
huge sponsor in The Pivot, and then FanDuel is another one.
Okay.
And so the reason why these companies are reaching out to these sponsors because they see like, hey, I can get my product in front of all these audiences, like all these people watching your channel,
Right.
and so that's how you monetize. That's like the number one strategy. I feel like what podcasters are doing right now, and everybody has a podcast, right? I see them popping up all the time.
Yeah, they're
You're on one right now.
dime a dozen.
But like I think it's how you monetize is how you do, is how you just get product to be featured on here. So your goal, I think, if you want to monetize that, and that'll be one of the things to do. Sponsorships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like in this hypothetical situation, that person might not want to, charge the people that are like, absorbing the content.
Yeah.
Just make it free for that, but definitely take it to a level where, that's all they do.
You could set it up where like you have what's that channel called? What's that thing called where like you can eat the on? I don't know. So I watched this guy. He like always interviews like these spec ops people, and he has like another channel you go to find like the in-depth details of what he talked about.
Oh, Patreon?
Patreon, yeah.
Okay.
So that's another way you could do that too. But I forgot the guy I've been watching, but I always watch his he has like these special ops Delta operators or like SEAL operators on his channel, and I was like,
Jocko?
It's not Jocko, it's another guy.
Okay.
He's ex-Navy SEAL also.
Okay.
I forgot what he's called.
Oh, I actually have him on my Spotify.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's a bald-headed guy.
Fuck. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Yeah, I like probably spent like the last 2 days, I probably watched like 4 hours of his videos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of great inspirational. Those guys,
Their mindset.
they kill me, and I for some reason I find myself kind of funneling into this weird realm of like wanting to uplift people.
Yeah.
But then making sure I say I don't do this.
What do you mean?
I'm not an uplifting type of person.
Yeah.
I'm not a motivational speaker.
Okay.
But, I still want to give some motivation because I see, especially young people, I have not been inundated with so much love from young people until I met you guys and started going to those events.
Mm-hmm.
And they have just like some of those guys and girls, they've just latched on to me. And I am so happy because I love seeing the creativity that they have. And it's just, and if I can do anything to help them come to light, I want to do that. But
that's awesome.
But damn it, man, being a motivational speaker,
you don't have to
saying
be
motivational
speaker.
shit.
No.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I feel myself being pulled in that direction.
I think another angle and frame you could look at it also is like your podcast channel. Let's say I had a really bad week. I'm like going through it right now. Like watching your channel could ease up that little tension that I'm having right now in my brain. And so you're providing entertainment, you're providing value through entertainment that you're like somebody's day is a little bit better now from watching your content.
Gosh, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, but no, you don't know who's watching your content, and that's how like I would view it as too, right? Let's say you're not motivating everybody, you're not talking about motivation every time you go on your podcast,
right?
But you're saying that like, hey, I'm producing content for other people to watch and enjoy, and so like, let's say they had a bad day, at least you get watched at, and now like you're uplifting them in that matter,
right?
So that's how I would frame it.
Yeah, interesting.
I couldn't find the special forces thing. I was thinking of Andy Stumpf with Cleared Hot.
I'll pull it up because it's gonna bother me if I don't.
And he's gonna look at 30 million notifications he's been getting over there.
No, I have my phone on silent right now, so I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. Yeah, it's interesting to me. Is that like something that you think you might like take your vlogs in that direction, or? I've been seeing a lot of product reviews and kind of like previews and things of that nature on your.
I think for motivational, I don't know if I would say it's motivational, but my thing is like, I don't tell everybody to become an entrepreneur either. If it's not for you, don't do it. Don't chase after that.
100%.
So yeah, I think the content I ever made was
that
motivational.
shit scares me.
Is for someone who's already in the entrepreneur world, who already made their dollars doing entrepreneurship, but they're getting to the next level. So that's how my motivation would be. But I would never make a channel say, hey, you should quit what you're doing and chase after your dreams, because not everybody is going to end up in a good place.
Yeah.
So like, I don't recommend entrepreneurship for everybody. It takes a specific person.
But you see it all the time. There are guys, and this is what pisses me off, is there's dudes on the internet, on the interwebs, especially on Facebook or Instagram. You'll see their ads.
Or they're like sitting next to their Lamborghini on like,
let me show you how to make $1 million.
Yeah, those dudes are no.
Yeah, pay $1,000.
Yeah, pay $5,000 and I'll give you this course, and you can do drop shipping on Amazon and make $1 million and drive a Lamborghini.
Russell sent me a excuse me. Russell sent me a profile earlier today. You know what I'm talking about. So Scenic Russell.
Oh yeah.
He sent me a profile earlier today, and he goes, and just no context whatsoever. He goes, "You see, this is what I'm talking about."
Yeah.
He's like, this person's got it was a link to someone else's Instagram. I didn't click it because I didn't want to give them any extra shit.
Yeah.
But he's like, they got all these all these views, no comments, and followers but no views.
They're just boosting the post up.
They're paying to boost their shit.
Jeez. What kind of account is it? It was like a coaching account?
No.
Influencer account?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, people do that.
Which and what's crazy is like, I say this a lot, and I feel like at some point I'm gonna catch holy fucking hell for it. But like, for women, it's a little bit easier to get those views.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, sex sells.
Yeah.
Naturally, sex sells.
Yeah.
It's always had. Yeah,
sure.
It always has been.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, girls naturally, if they want to make it happen, it comes naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Mm-mm.
Not hard at all.
Yeah, I don't have that. That's not a problem I have. Like just selling the sex.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think my construction guys are about to leave. I don't know if they were hollering for me, but that's fine. They totally derailed me.
Damn.
They might be done, which it has gotten quiet in there, so that's good.
I want to find this YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
we're at the 2 hour mark as
Get
well.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, 156.
Wow, that's
Really?
157 now.
It went by so fast.
Yeah.
It always does.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a part 2.
Yeah.
We're gonna do more than part 2.
Yeah, we'll be at part 60 before too long.
Yeah, I don't think I ever elaborated, or you, John, and Ray y'all were like angling at me about something. You kept saying, I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about finding a place, and you kept just saying the name of the address for Collab, and it felt like Ray had some like ulterior motive. Like he wanted me to work on some kind of project there or something like that. I don't know exactly. I didn't really ever elaborate on that.
I don't know either. You never told me about
something
that.
about a collab podcast or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, we did talk about that. I think we'd be cool because you're passionate about it. It's not like you're just doing it for you're not doing it for status. You're not doing it for money. You absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody who's passionate what they're doing, then yeah, absolutely. He's like, hey, you should set it up here. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Like I think you're passionate about it. I think what we sat down and talked about it. I was like, I think he's really passionate. Jim's really passionate about what he does, and we should bring him here.
I fucking absolutely adore doing this. And like I said, I don't know if it was the last week when it was just me and you.
Regarding,
I'm gonna do this shit forever.
Yeah.
Until the wheels fall off,
Fuck
even if
yeah.
it never makes money.
I'm right here with you, man.
Why not?
And
Yeah.
I mean, even if I lose everything, my house, my everything, everybody.
We'll do a podcast in a tent.
I'll fucking have my phone out doing a fucking vlog. I'll do a
Yeah.
podcast underneath the overpass on 295.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't know what it is. You just get addicted to doing the thing.
Yeah.
I enjoy putting the headphones on. And
Yeah.
I don't like hearing my own voice, but I like listening to who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And it I think it's part of I've always wanted to be like a disc jockey, like a on
DJ.
on a radio.
Mhm.
I always want to,
Welcome to 104.5.
yeah, you're listening to 95.1, the Big Ape.
Sounds good.
Whatever. I don't just
Yeah.
whatever radio voice, but so it's like it's definitely something that like I think kind of spawned all this,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
when you get older and you have a little bit of money, and
Mhm.
I was just like, well, fuck, I ain't got nothing else to do. Let
Yeah.
me just buy all this bullshit and start going,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how it.
That's good though, man.
yeah,
You know what's gonna grow. You have no idea. Like, I mean, we talk about this 6 months later, 12 months later, and you know what's gonna happen after those. Like, you can't really predict the future. So like,
No,
this could
and I
come out
try not
something
to.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
Because I think that it'll pollute the water. So
Yeah,
to
you come up with so many predispositioned answers for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got to think about that because tomorrow night at 5:30, I don't know if you've seen there's a podcast called the Who Are You podcast. Yeah. I learned about them when we had the gentleman, the owner for Time and Place. When we had him,
Place
the
the
sunglass.
glass.
Mm-hmm.
I actually want to do some content for them at collab.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you, yeah,
I can hook you up.
yeah, it'd be fun.
Real cool guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very cool. But I think I was telling him, or that's where I think I might have seen him there, but he had just done one on that show, and the guy that runs that show reached out to me, and he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to interview you," and I was like,
Oh.
"Fuck."
I gotta check out their channel out.
I do better on this side of the table.
Yeah.
I'm
Asking
just-
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, you can interview me. I mean, it'll be the least interesting podcast you've ever made, but sure.
No, I think you're an interesting person.
So I'm like, and I did the thing that you did on the way over. I'm like, I've been thinking all week, like, what am I going to do? Am I
Yeah.
going to try to be zany, or
Yeah.
just be myself? I don't know, who
Mhm.
knows? Because it's all, part of it is an act, part of it, this is who I am.
Yeah.
But like, part of it is, you put on a little bit of an air about things.
Yeah.
Like you don't, maybe you accentuate something.
Yeah.
Or tone down something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to be that way.
Yours.
Just this is it.
Yeah.
you know?
Monotone.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, there's way less dick jokes on this
Mhm.
podcast. I can get pretty naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made an old lady blush today. I don't remember what I said to her, but
Damn.
this guy was like, yeah, this is my dude. He hooked me up with these beads, and I was like, are those Mardi Gras beads or anal beads?
Oh my god. That's good. That's good.
And she just was like, oh my god,
Mm.
So
Want to know how I put the hole in these donuts?
Jeez.
yeah, you can get at least 3 on there, right?
Oh god.
If they're the mini ones, yeah. the little-
right.
little
I
tiny
just make the
hostess.
donut holes.
No, you put the frosting on there.
Oh my god.
You said no dick jokes. Here
Yeah,
we go.
I know.
Love it,
We're starting to wind it down.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, man. I guess we're right around 2 hours.
Okay.
And seeing as how you drove, how many hours is it from Atlanta? 6?
4.5. No,
4.5.
I'm still good too. Like, I
Oh,
can
are
keep
you?
going. Yeah, I'm not gonna probably not. My work day doesn't end until like 2:00 today.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm after this. I'm gonna go probably install my speakers in my car, and then probably go to collab and do some computer work.
Install your own
Wow.
speakers in your car?
No, I'm probably gonna bring it to my friend Spike. He lives on the street.
Okay.
I buy him some pants in Georgia too, so I'm gonna drop it off for him.
Okay.
I could have potentially gone to Orlando too, because I just knew client we needed to follow up in person, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, see, that's the thing that's nice, that you can just do that. Like, I mean, I guess it's nice, and it's again, blessing and a curse. It's work,
Yeah.
but you still have the freedom to just go, you know what, fuck it. I got to go to Orlando. I'm going to
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah, that's
I feel
pros and cons.
landlocked.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like somebody telling me that I have to go to lunch at a certain time.
No, I don't have that, but I like, as far as
Yeah.
taking time off from work, like I have 3 weeks of vacation in a year. And I have to bid for 2024 this month.
Yeah.
So I have to bid for all 3 weeks
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
and something like BC, the guy from Time Place, we were talking about he lived in Japan for a long time.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, like he grew up. He was born here, and then they, military brat,
Mhm.
kind of got shipped over there. And he lived there for a long, long time. And I was just like, man, that's like on the bucket list. I
Mhm.
just want to go. And after that podcast, I was just literally thinking, like, what the fuck is holding me back?
What is holding you back?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried about money. I'm always worried about, like all these projects that are happening around my house and just you name it. I'm worried about a lot of different things falling apart and, what are my kids doing? You know, I mean, I know they don't care. If I told them I was going to Japan, they'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
You should go. It was life-changing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw ROI in that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just opened a horizon for a lot of things.
Yeah. And you know what I thought when I thought about going to Japan?
What?
Immediately, starting from the moment I get set foot in the car.
Yeah.
Vlogging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the whole fucking trip. Just run through cards and every bit of memory I have
did that
left.
a lot when I first landed in Tokyo.
And then you just...
But after that, once you see, to me, like, I wanted to absorb it all in, so it wasn't going to be through my phone. I just needed to intake all of that.
See, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, that energy, I mean, I brought back to the States with me. Like, a lot of content production I do now, or even like ideas, or like color grading. Like, I look at some of that stuff I saw, and I just, I memorized it. And so I just like put in some stuff I do now. Even website designs. Like, I look at the architecture of some like Japanese buildings. Like, how do I make a website look a certain way? So like, one of the websites we just developed, it looks like kind of like a Japan, like it looks like a Tokyo building. It's the way like it's shaped out of the header of the website, and I took that from Japan. Yeah, it's like stuff like that.
What is that you were posting today about? It's in your stories. It was an ad for something I can't remember, but it had like a real comic book feel, or like a almost manga feel to the ad.
Oh, the Dragon Ball Z?
Is that what it was?
So we're creating a new website for Super Saiyan. So it's a Dragon Ball Z theme. So what I did is I took AI and double stacked Goku's voice. I just trimmed it, and then I did a voiceover for him. So he's like, in that episode, he's on... He was doing
a spirit bomb.
He's doing a spirit bomb, but in the quote he says, Earth, I need your, or Earth, people of Earth, I need your strength. Or,
right.
That wasn't. I redid his voice with AI.
Oh,
so that's not. It sounds like him, but it's not really. I just typed it out. I was like, hey, a new website's coming. So like, not many people have caught that, but like, I just like it took me like 10 minutes to do that, but yeah.
Isn't it nuts?
Yeah.
You can do some crazy shit now. Don't take.
Nobody had. Like, I don't think anybody had any idea what I just did with that video. But it's just like it's fun, and I just post it on my story. I don't even post it on my like
Yeah, a lot of things that I'm trying out, or if I'm not real sure about, I'll just post it to my story.
Just test it out. Do A/B testing.
Yeah,
just test the content out.
A little split testing.
Yeah, a little split testing. Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Well, sir, you may have all the energy in the world, but
no, you're good, man. We gotta jump on next episode we get together.
Fuck yeah. Well, now you feel comfortable with me,
and now I know where your house is at.
Yeah. And and hopefully next time you come back on, all this shit will be clean and done. And my house will be back to normal.
Yeah. We'll come over to do another one.
Clusterfuck right now.
No,
that's
love it,
part
though,
of the reason my brain is so fried.
I like the chaos, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Chaos is good.
I'm a OCD freak.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't like it. It drives me batshit crazy.
Damn.
But
yeah.
If I need the feng shui, man. Thank you for coming out, bro.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Enjoy that those speakers being put into your car or the drive to Orlando.
Yeah.
And you guys go check him out. It's at iGit, IGIT on Instagram, and Week Think.
Yep. It's like day of the week.
Day of the week. It's like day of the week. It's just weekthink.com, right?
Yep.
I mean, any other links or anything you want to shout out, go for it.
Nope. That's it.
You say hi to nobody?
Say hi to everybody. What's up, guys? Yeah.
See ya, collab fuckers.
Yeah. Woo! See ya, collab fuckers.
I love you. See you next time.
Bye, guys.